FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
Toss to the middle, brings it in, and he has no one to beat. It's intercepted by Yankton. Touchdown, Yankton!
You are listening to Bucks Football on KYNT, Yankton's home team. This broadcast is brought to you in part by
Hy-Vee, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance, Ben's Brew Station, 1919 Root Beer, Fairfield Inn and Suites and the Holiday Inn Express in Yankton, Triple Time Rudy's, Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Vision Real Estate, Missouri River Associates, First Chiropractic Centers, First Dakota National Bank, the UPS Store, Conklin Distributing, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, Avera, Mayor Signs, Vision Care Associates, Truxedo, MT and RC Smith Insurance, Olson's Pest Technicians, Parker Hannafin, Midwest Insurance Agency, Trust Bank, H&R Block of Yankton, Vantage Financial, Adam Walter, The Move Group, Hedro.
Now, we go live to the KYNT studios for the kickoff show. Kicking off right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for another edition of the Bucks Football Kickoff Show on KYNT and KYN-TV, brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. I am Brayden Butler, and it's the regular season finale for the Yankton Bucks in front of their home crowd on senior night, as the #1 team in Class 11AA, the Yankton Bucks, host the Mitchell Kernels to end the regular season. The Bucks enter tonight's contest 6-2 on the year, coming off of a 28-7 road victory over the T-Area Titans last week. Mitchell is currently 10th in the class, coming off of a 3-point loss last week on the road to the Huron Tigers, 29-26. We have plenty to talk about tonight on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, but we are going to take our first break. Before we go, thank you to some of our sportscaster partners for helping make this broadcast possible. Starting with America's Best Realty. Tired of renting or apartment living? Ready to upgrade or own your own home? Call America's Best Realty, 260-1600, and unlock the American dream. Elwood Family Dental Care, where they take care of the entire family and are always welcoming new patients. Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. And Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. When we come back, we'll hear from a trio of Yankton Bucks heading into senior night tonight with the Mitchell Kernels, and also take a look back at last week's highlights and Yankton's 28-7 win over T. Still plenty to come here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. Back after this on KYNT and KYN-TV.
COVID-19 cases are on the rise, and peak flu season is almost here. Save time and get the updated COVID-19 vaccine and your flu shot at the same time at Hy-Vee. Schedule your updated COVID-19 vaccine and flu shot online today, or just stop by any Hy-Vee pharmacy whenever it's convenient for you. No appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. Your Hy-Vee pharmacy is here to help you and your family stay healthy. Some restrictions apply.
This game break is brought to you by a lot of people supporting the Bucks and Gazelles. So far, these high school athletes have put on quite a show for us tonight. We've had a great and exciting game. So let's break down the highlights and get you up to speed. Hold on. Well, this is unusual. One second. We're getting word from the referee. Let's just listen in.
Due to Representative Julie Auck, Lauren Nelson, and the South Dakota Legislature's vote to cut $109 million from South Dakota public schools, we cannot afford to continue. This game is over.
Folks, this game break was a warning. Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson are attacking South Dakota's excellent education system. But you can stop them from succeeding by voting against Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson in the upcoming election. Our students are counting on you. Paid for by the Save Our Schools PAC, not endorsed by any candidate.
I love 1919 root beer. It's the best over a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. My favorite is just ice cold 1919 poured over crunchy ice. It's so refreshing.
It's the creamiest root beer ever. 1919 root beer is the perfect treat, brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients. It's the creamiest, full-bodied, alcohol and caffeine-free draft root beer available. It's a taste tradition since, well, 1919.
Brayden Butler back here again on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Yankton had a big week last week, a 28-7 road victory over the T-Area Titans. The win keeping the Bucks in the top spot in the media and coaches polls for Class 11 AA, as well as atop the seed points standings. Let's take a look back at the big plays from last week's win for the Bucks in our Friday Night Rewind, brought to you by Larry's Heating and Cooling. They are your locally owned Lennox dealer in Yankton and Vermilion. T got on the board first. They recovered a fumble on the opening kickoff, and then Dawson Eimers was able to find the end zone on a 22-yard touchdown run. Yankton's defense would step up later on in the first quarter. Just under 8 minutes to play, it was Cale Hazelhorst who got the interception to set up the Bucks offense.
And back to a pass is Lowry. Lowry shakes one tackler, ball's up in the air, and intercepted by Yankton. It's the Warhorse, Cale Hazelhorst, with the big turnover for the Bucks.
Later on in the first quarter, the Bucks would get on the board for the first time as Easton Nelson connected with Carson Ness down the right sideline, 28 yards for a touchdown. A juggling catch from the wide receiver Ness tied the game up at 7.
Nelson back to pass to the right side, Carson Ness. He might be open in the end zone, and he's up with it, and touchdown Yankton! Carson Ness, the Loch Ness, brings it in.
Yankton's defense will step up again in the second quarter. 9:17 remaining. A misfire from T on the pitch option leads to a loose football and a fumble recovered by Yankton. The Bucks offense capitalized quickly. Less than 60 seconds later, they were on the board again. A 10-yard touchdown pass from Easton Nelson to Cohen Zarbach.
Nelson drops back, past the middle of the field to Cohen Zarbach, and he brings it in. Touchdown Yankton, Cohen Zarbach.
A missed extra point would make it 13-7 in favor of Yankton, and they would attack again quickly. Just 2 minutes later, with over 6 minutes to play in the second quarter, 55 yards, the longest play of the night, Easton Nelson connects with Connor Slaba.
And Easton Nelson pass out to Connor Slaba. Slaba brings it in at the 20. He's to the 15, the 10, the 5. The con man is in there for a score for Yankton.
A converted 2-point conversion would make it 21-7 Bucks advantage, and that is the scoreline they would carry into the halftime break. Yankton's defense stepped up again in the third quarter. A fumble was forced, recovered by Thomas Reardon.
Snap, handoff, Eimers goes up the middle and looks forward to the end zone. We have a loose ball. Yankton football.
Yankton would have one more score in the game, but they would wait until just over 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter to get it. Easton Nelson, a power formation, able to run his way into the end zone from 3 yards out.
And it's the buck truck formation as Easton Nelson is in there for the score. You can count it. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown.
Last play of the game comes from the defensive side as T was trying to make a run late. Carson Ness tracked a ball in the air, ending the T drive and helping Yankton secure the win.
Lowry back to pass to the right side. Ball's up and intercepted by Yankton. It's a Loch Ness, Carson Ness at the Yankton 30, to the 35, to the 40. We'll get to midfield and will be angled out of bounds.
Final score of 28-7 in favor of Yankton. They move to 6-2 overall in the year, 6-1 against Class 11 AA opponents. Following that big win last week, we had to talk to 3 Yankton Bucks this week, all key contributors in the win over the T-Area Titans. These interviews are the Buck in the Headlight interviews. We'll start with wide receiver and defensive back Carson Ness talking about his plays last week and running out on Crane-Youngworth Field for senior night.
Brayden Butler here for the Bucks Football Kickoff Show for the first time, I promise. Didn't have to restart the recording. Joining me is Carson Ness, senior wide receiver for this Yankton Bucks team, coming off a big win last week over the T-Area Titans, 28-7. Made a couple big catches in that one, including a juggling touchdown catch, once again proving you're one of the most dangerous receivers in the state in one-on-one situations, in my opinion. Tell us what went into that game and what was working for you guys in the passing game.
I think since they were playing one-on-one, it was pretty easy, I think, for Nelly to make a read, so I think Nelly is really good at just knowing where to throw the ball. So, yeah, when he was throwing those balls up in the air, it was just really fun for me to see, and yeah, make those plays was awesome.
You know, your touchdown catch early on and another deep ball to Slava. It feels like the entire receiving core really complements each other well. You're great at the one-on-one situations. I know Cohen Zarbach's a great big body in the red zone. Slava, a good route runner, uses that speed, that extra gear that he has. Talk about your wide receiving room as a whole, how you guys work together and play off of each other.
Yeah, so coming into the year, I thought it was going to be 50-50 for the position I'm in right now with me and Cohen Zarbach, because we're kind of like almost like the same player. But yeah, I feel like as we've grown into this year, I feel like that us as receivers really complement each other just because we all have a different style of play. Slava's more of like a really fast player, but I'm more just like go up and get it. Zar's just a big guy that can make a play. But yeah, I feel like having that for Nelly, with how our routes are set up, he knows where to go to right away. So yeah, it's great to have.
You got a big matchup this week, final game of the regular season. You're coming in as the #1 team in the state. I believe with a win, you clinch the 1 seed. Seed points, math's not my strong suit, but I believe a win clinches that 1 seed with the Mitchell Kernels. Thursday night game, what are you preparing for in that one, and how does the shorter week affect your guys' practice schedule?
Yeah, I think we're just preparing for another game on Crane. It doesn't matter their opponent. That's kind of, we got to get in that mindset for this week, but I think you should see a wide variety of things. You know, the weather's going to be nice, so senior night, I'm pretty sure that we're just going to feed everybody the ball. And
sticking on the offensive side of the ball, we got Connor Slaba up next, talking about his big 55-yard touchdown reception and how his connection with quarterback Easton Nelson has grown throughout the year.
Joining me is Connor Slaba, senior wide receiver for this Yankton Bucks squad, coming off on a big win last week against the T-Area Titans, 28-7 the final score there. You caught a long ball from quarterback Easton Nelson, 55 yards for a touchdown. What was that catch like, and just tell me about the game in general as you guys came out with a big win.
It was a great game, great team win. You know, that play, we basically all had deep routes there, and I saw there's a linebacker on me, and I knew Nelly would see that, and it's becoming that late in the season where our connections we're just seeing eye to eye, and I knew like he was going to throw that up because the linebacker's on me. So.
And thinking back to the play, it drew you to your outside shoulder as the safety was coming across. Is that you that started to push that way, or is that just Easton throwing to your outside shoulder and trusted you to go get it?
Yeah, that was him throwing my outside shoulder and just trusting me to sprint after the ball and make a play.
You got a big game coming up this week, ending your regular season against the Mitchell Kernels. You're the #1 team in Class 11 AA right now. What does that mean to you guys having that target on your back heading into the final week of the regular season? And what are you looking forward to with Mitchell?
It's nice being number 1. I mean, personally, I like being the underdog. I like going up and beating that team, so I know all the teams are going to be looking like that for us, and we're going to try our hardest not to allow that to happen.
And I know earlier this year we interviewed you for the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. Bryce Ladwig interviewed that week. I was out of town, so if he asked you earlier this year, my apologies, but I want to ask you again, what are some personal goals from you here as we're wrapping up the regular season? And I know the team goal is to get back to the Dome and claim a state title.
Yep, well, obviously, state championship. And I don't know, I just want to help the team out as much as I can. Any catch I can make, any yards, just keep getting them up, I guess, yeah.
All right, and then one final question for you. What's your favorite part of your internship with Riverfront Broadcasting?
Probably football stats and clips, for sure.
Last but certainly not least, it's Tom Reardon. He's been all over the stat sheet the last couple weeks, recovering fumbles in both 2 weeks ago's game against Brookings and last week's game against the T-Area Titans.
Joining me is Tom Reardon, a senior linebacker for this Yankton Bucks squad, heading into senior night in a matchup with the Mitchell Kernels to end the regular season. Tom, you've had a couple of big games here recently. I believe a fumble recovery against Brookings, coming up with some big tackles there, as well as last week in a 28-7 win over the T-Area Titans. What has been clicking for you down the stretch here? Because it feels like the more I look at the stat sheet the last couple of weeks, your name's just all over it.
You know, it's really just making sure the guys in front of me and around me are doing their job so I can get in there and make tackles and trust in my eyes and doing what the coaches told me.
And then you're rotating in with that linebacker core. Sometimes a 3-linebacker formation. I know I saw that a lot more last week with T running their wing T, along with Matthew Sheldon and Bryce Crawl. So how do you work off of those guys when you're in, depending on which one you might be in the rotation with at that time?
Usually I just depend on making sure those guys get their blocks and give me left or right call where the run's going, and then I just try to fill hard.
You know, it's as a senior on senior night, what's that going to mean to you running out into Crane-Youngworth Field? Not for the last time. You guys are basically locked into a top 2 seed, so you'll be hosting in the playoffs. But for the last time in the regular season and being able to be honored as a senior for this Bucs squad.
You know, it's going to be really special because I've been playing for 4 years. You know, I've known a lot of seniors and those guys I really look up to. So now I can be one of those guys. It's really special.
You know, you're heading into it'll be the postseason next week. You don't want to look too far ahead, but looks like you're, as I mentioned, in line to host some games down the stretch. And I know the ultimate goal is to return to the Dome and bring home a state title. So what job do you feel you have to do to help your team get down the stretch?
You know, I just got to do my job and help everyone else as much as I can, no matter what that is.
And then what are you expecting from Mitchell? What's the game plan looking like for Thursday night? A special Thursday night game, a little short on practice this week.
People think we're just going to blow them out, but they're not just going to lay down and let us do that. So we got to go out there and do it.
Big thank you to Carson Ness, Connor Slaba, and Tom Reardon for talking to me earlier this week at Bucs football practice. All three will be honored tonight as seniors for senior night for the Bucs. Going to take another break here on the Bucs Football Kickoff Show. Before we go, thank you to some of our sportscaster partners, including Aztec of Yankton, building industry-changing solutions that create life-changing opportunities. Build a career with a group that's built to connect from rock to road, and click careers at aztecindustries.com. Midwest Insurance Agency. See Travis and Whitney Devine at Midwest Insurance for your farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Call today to set up an appointment. One Office Solution. The one source for all your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. And lastly, Graham Tire. If you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire because they do more than sell tires. Graham Tire of Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door. When we come back here on the Bucs Football Kickoff Show, we'll take a look around Class 11AA, the current standings, the projected playoff matchups, and of course, results from last week and this week's schedule for the regular season finales. Still plenty to come here on KYNT and KYN-TV. The Bucs Football Kickoff Show rolls on after this.
This is Mike Stevens. I'm running for re-election to the South Dakota House District 18.
Hello, this is Hugh Bartle, Speaker of the House for the state of South Dakota. I'm on your radio today asking you to support Mike Stevens for state representative. Mike is a wonderful legislator, a legislator that people listen to, a legislator that gets things done. And that's the name of the game in Pierre. Thank you for voting for Mike.
When you vote, remember, I like Mike. Paid for by Stevens for House.
The Boathouse is for everyone. Axe throwing, mini bowling, shuffleboard, beanbag, golf, pool, and darts, plus awesome food and drinks with lots of cold craft beers and other beverages. Some say the Boathouse is the most fun you can have on land. Trivia on Tuesday nights, music bingo on Wednesdays with live music on Friday night. This is downtown Yankton's fun gathering place for all ages. If you can't be on the boat or at a Bucs or Gazelles game, then it's the Boathouse.
Want to take the hassle out of servicing your heating or cooling system? Then sign up for the Kaiser Signature Membership Program. This is Chris Frick with Kaiser Heating and Cooling. Not only will you get peace of mind knowing your units are being serviced regularly, but being a Kaiser Signature member gives you priority service, a discount on parts and labor, and no overtime rates. Take comfort and let our qualified professional technicians keep you running.
Be the wiser and go with Kaiser. Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
Your football party will be a touchdown when you serve up Sheboygan brats, summer sausage, cocktail smokies, and natural casing wieners. Game day is better with Sheboygans. Produced with pride at American Food Groups in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
Back in here again on the Bucs Football Kickoff Show. It's time to take a look around Class 11AA. We'll start with results from last week, then look at standings and schedules for this week. Looking at scores around AA from last Friday night, Brookings got a 42-7 road victory over Douglas last week. Aberdeen Central fell to Sioux Falls Lincoln 53-2. Watertown picked up a road win over Sturgis 35-24. Yankton defeated T 28-7. Pierre upset Spearfish 35-15. And Huron got a win against Mitchell, outlasting the Kernels 29-26. What do those results mean for the current Class 11 AA seed point standings? Well, the number one team in the class is Yankton at 44.25 seed points, followed by Watertown at 43.5. Can't write off the Governors quite yet. They jumped up to number 3 with their win over Spearfish. Tied in 4th are Brookings and Spearfish. Currently 6th is T Area, 7th Aberdeen Central, and 8th is Huron, rounding out the playoff teams. On the outside looking in right now, Sturgis Brown in 9th, Mitchell in 10th, and Douglas in 11th. If the season were to end at this very moment, no more results to be added from tonight's games. In the opening round of the Class 11 AA playoffs, Yankton would host Huron, Watertown would host Aberdeen Central, Pierre would host T, and Brookings would host Spearfish. That look at the standings and the playoff format is brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland State Farm. There's still one more week of the regular season before we can finalize those standings, however. What does tonight's matchups look like across 11 AA? Douglas is at home. They'll host the Pierre Governors. Spearfish takes on Sturgis Brown. That one's at Lyle Hare Stadium in Spearfish. T Area plays their 11 AAA game as they host Sioux Falls, Washington. Mitchell is on the road against Yankton in our matchup tonight on KYNT and KYN-TV. The Watertown Arrows host Aberdeen Central at Watertown Stadium. And Brookings is on the road against Huron. That's your look around Class 11 AA for the final week of the regular season. Before we go to a break, thank you to some more of our sportscaster partners for helping make this broadcast possible, including the UPS Store. They're helping small businesses reach their goals in Yankton across from Walmart. Yankton Thrive, your one source and resource for all businesses from retail to manufacturing. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. FloorTech, whether your home or floor is wet, call FloorTech at 665-4839. And Northtown Automotive, your local Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. Visit northtownusa.com. When we come back, we will hear from Travis Krins, the sports director at KORN Radio in Mitchell, as well as head coach Brady Muth of the Yankton Bucks. Still plenty to talk about here on KYNT and KYN-TV. More from the Bucks Football Kickoff Show when we come back.
Look at all the pictures of the resort you'd stay in every year. All you need to do is pay reasonable maintenance fees once a year. With any contract that you're signing, read and understand everything. What happens if you cancel? Can you get out of this contract? If you feel pushed into signing the contract, you need to stop and take a step back. If you have questions, contact the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Are you ready to drive home your savings? For a limited time, Explorer CU is offering an incredible deal on auto loans. They'll beat your current auto loan rate by up to 2% on new and used vehicle refinances from other institutions. Choose from a variety of terms to fit your budget and lifestyle. Enjoy a fast, easy application and approval process with no application fee. Don't miss out on this fantastic opportunity to save. Visit us at explorerscu.com to learn more and apply today.
At Triple Time Rudy's, not only do you get top-notch fuel to keep you on the move, but it's a destination for delicious local treats. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmock cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. It's your community's pit stop for more than just fuel. Triple Time Rudy's supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, stop by Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
The mission of State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Hi, I'm Roy Wilcox with State Farm Insurance. We have been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, we're here to help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Give me a call or stop by anytime.
Call Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance today, 665-7140. Find more at roywilcox.com.
Welcome in again to the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. Brayden Butler here, leading the way as we are marching towards kickoff between the Yankton Bucks and the Mitchell Kernels. Let's take a look at both these teams in this matchup with your pregame profile, brought to you by Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance. They've been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. Call Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance, a lifelong supporter of the Bucks and Gazelles. Yankton enters as the number 1 team in Class 11AA, 6-2 overall, coming off of a win last week against the T-Area Titans. It is a winning streak for Yankton, 4 straight wins, 3 of them on the road, defeating Pierre, Sturgis, Brookings, and T-Area in that order. During this win streak, they have outscored their opposition 122-21. Across from them are the Mitchell Kernels, 1-7 on the year. They've dropped 7 straight games since defeating Douglas in their season opener, 51-13. They're coming off of a close loss last week, only 3 points of differential to the Huron Tigers. That one was in Huron, 29-26. Now let's get into your rival report, brought to you by Ben's Brew Station, the official watch party location of all KYN-TV games. If it's on KYN-TV, it's on at Ben's. Today's rival report is a conversation with Travis Crins, the sports director at KORN Radio in Mitchell, talking about this Mitchell Kernels team and what fans can expect tonight in their matchup with the Bucks. This is Brayden Butler here for the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. Joining me is Travis Crins, the sports director at KORN in Mitchell, covering the Mitchell Kernels, who are taking on the Yankton Bucks tonight in the final game of the regular season. Senior night for the Bucks, so a lot of emotions, but football needs to be played, and it's a Mitchell team that looks like they're going to give Yankton everything they got tonight in this season finale. But Travis, before we get too far into that discussion, how are you doing today?
Oh, we're doing pretty good. Yeah, should be good weather tonight, and always look forward to going to Yankton. Good press box and a great facility down there. So yeah, always a good trip down to Yankton.
Yeah, you mentioned the weather, uncharacteristically warm for this late in October, but I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth here. It's going to be a good one, hopefully tonight.
Yeah, because this year, things were not quite as nice. We got some playoffs coming up, so I'm sure there'll be maybe one of those weeks. Hopefully, maybe we'll get through with some nice warmer fall weather. But yeah, you never know when things could turn. So yeah, we'll take tonight if we can get that.
You mentioned playoffs coming up starting next week, and we'll give the 100-yard view on Mitchell's season so far. I know currently on the outside looking in for the 11AA playoffs, 1-7 overall record. If you could give our listeners a rundown on Mitchell as a team and how their season has gone from someone who covers them.
It was a really good start. They beat Douglas week 1, 51-13, so that kind of brought some optimism, I think, for everybody involved with Mitchell football. But then they lost at Brookings, they lost against Spearfish, and they've had 4 shutouts this year on offense. So, they ended up losing 6 in a row. Now it's 7 in a row, and a tough matchup against Yankton tonight. But their season came down to last week. They were at Huron. They almost knocked off the Tigers. They lost 29-26, and it was basically win that game last week and you're in the playoffs. If not, you're knocked out. So everything was on the line last week. For Mitchell, they almost pulled it off, and they could have erased all those bad memories and bad games they've had this year, but they ended up losing 29-26. So, they've got, their seniors getting a few seniors for Mitchell getting a start. Their senior quarterback is back after missing the past 3 games. So, yeah, similar to Yankton, it's the last game for some of these seniors for Mitchell tonight. But, yeah, their Super Bowl was last week, and even if they would have won, tonight's game would have been fairly meaningless as far as the standings. So Mitchell could have made the playoffs with a 2-7 record with a win last week, but I think even if they were to somehow stun Yankton tonight, they're still going home here after tonight's game.
With that, it's they say someone who has nothing to lose is the most dangerous, and for Yankton, they kind of have everything to lose. I believe, and I'm no expert on the seed points algorithm, but a win would give them the number 1 seed. Obviously, the top 2 seeds host all the way to the Dome, but you want to be as high of a seed as possible. Against a Mitchell team who's got nothing to lose, everything to gain, just try to get some pride down the stretch and get some guys ready to go for next season. I don't want to call it a trap game, but it's not. There's a reason we don't play these games on paper. This is a Mitchell team that's not just going to roll over and let Yankton do whatever they want tonight.
Yeah, there's been a couple games where Mitchell, they've hung with the team for a half. They played at Watertown about a month ago when Watertown was ranked number 1. Ended up being a 47-14 final. You look at that score, but Mitchell actually had a 14-7 lead halfway through the second quarter. They were only down a touchdown at halftime. So they played with, at the time, number 1 Watertown, and They were only down 14-0 in the fourth quarter against Brookings early on in the year. Brookings, they've got a great defense. And then Mitchell, they were only down 14-0 versus Aberdeen at halftime a couple weeks ago. So they've put together good first halves against some pretty good teams that are going to be making runs in the playoffs, but they just haven't been able to have that complete game so far this year.
And looking at the Kernels as a team, who are some key players that fans for both squads are going to have to keep an eye on tonight? Some playmakers for the Kernels.
You got the two senior running backs. You got Parker Denny. You got Hudson Borgen. They'll get the majority of the looks. Mitchell, I mean, they're used to running the ball, but they just haven't been able to do that this year because I know their offensive line has struggled, and that kind of affects everything. If you can't block and then you can't run, that makes it harder to pass. So it kind of all starts with that offensive line. But yeah, expect Parker Denny to get maybe 10 or so touches. Hudson Borgen, he had a long 60-yard run against Huron for a touchdown last week. So Borgen probably the fastest guy on the team. And then I mentioned the quarterback, the senior T.J. Jealous. He is back. He had a ankle injury. He's also the punter, and he injured his ankle pretty badly at T a few weeks ago, but he warmed up last week. He was in uniform. Jackson Hartman, the junior quarterback and the backup, he started last week, but we should see T.J. Jealous here tonight, in which would be his final game as a Colonel. So he's probably the better passer of the two. Hartman's the quicker one, but Jealous, he's a little bit bigger and probably the better thrower. So Denny and Borgen, your running backs, Jealous, the quarterback, and then they'll kind of spread it all around. They like to go with a short passing game when they do. They've got Brayden Rendell. They've got a Coy Olson. They're losing one of their top receivers in Hunter McGee. He was injured a couple weeks ago. But, Parker Denny and Hudson Borgen, kind of those top two, not only running backs, but receivers this year for Mitchell.
We're hoping for a good matchup tonight at Crane-Youngworth Field in Yankton. Mitchell, as you mentioned, their season on paper looks like it will be over tonight regardless of the result, but you always want to go out fighting and you want to go out on top. So it should be a good one tonight. I know Mitchell's going to come out swinging and try to give Yankton everything they can, and Yankton can't afford to overlook the Kernels team regardless of how the season has gone leading up to this point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you look at Yankton and how AA has gone this year. I mean, it's prime for Yankton to make a run. If they can get that one seed, and they've got as good a shot as anybody to reach the dome and win this thing. And I'm sure Watertown thinks so, Brookings thinks so, and all of a sudden Pierre with the big win last week. So yeah, to get that one seed and to stay at home with all the upsets we've seen this year, I'm sure Yankton they're not going to look past Mitchell here tonight.
Big thank you to Travis Cranes for taking time out of his day to talk to me about this matchup this evening, a senior night matchup for Yankton against Mitchell, a regular season finale. Now let's talk to head coach Brady Muth for your pregame coach interview, brought to you by 1919 Root Beer, the creamiest full-body draft root beer available. You can find it in convenience stores, grocery stores, or on tap at local restaurants. Josh Boelter, KYNT news director and color commentator for Bucks football, spoke with Brady Muth earlier this week at Bucks football practice, breaking down this senior night matchup with the Mitchell Kernels.
Coach, you're sitting at 6-2 with all your goals right in front of you. How do you keep your team focused at this point in the season?
Yeah, and the trick is these guys are a driven group, and they have their eyes on something that's down the road a bit. The trick is making sure that they need to understand that before you get to that, you have to take care of something else, and Mitchell's that thing we got to take care of.
And Mitchell's had kind of a down year, but what can we expect from them this week?
And the thing is, when you look at Mitchell, when you look at their roster, they've got a great-looking roster. The guys that they're going to start, they all look great on paper, and but they're just young. And so it's a team it's a program that's, I don't want to say rebuilding, but they've got some younger players that are kind of emerging and trying to find their way. And so it presents a challenge for us, because if they do figure it out in the game, it's going to be that much harder for us. And we have to understand that we have a standard that we have to play to. I mean, that's the task for this game. And it should be the way it is for every game. It shouldn't matter who your opponent is. You play to your standard and let the rest figure itself out. And that's kind of where we're at for this game.
And you guys are honoring Coach Max Hawk this week. Can you just talk about him and his importance to the Yankton program?
Really big deal for the program. I think it's going to be a great night to honor a guy that's had a huge impact. I mean, he was around for over 30 years. The impact he's made on the program is undeniable. And so it's just a good chance, 30 years since his last season. to have everybody back. And the biggest thing from my point of view is I want our guys to see that connection. I want them to understand what they're part of, and to be able to see them, in and amongst the game, at the game, supporting them, to understand what this is, to maybe look down the road a little bit into the future and see what your life may look like and why this is important. It's hard to put a value on that. So thankful for Coach Hawk and what he's done for our program, and I'm just really looking forward for the night to celebrate him.
And with that, it's also senior night. Can you just talk about getting to enjoy that night, celebrating your seniors, but also handling the task at hand?
Yeah, there's a lot of things to take care of, and I can tell you right now that if we don't take care of the scoreboard first and foremost, I can tell you Coach Hawk would not be happy about that. We've got to take care of our business, and then everything else can be celebrated and all that. But our guys understand they've got a job to do, and they understand that that's part of it. I mean, that's exactly what we're talking about. There's a lot of tradition. There's a lot of things that go along with this football program, but the number one tradition that we have here is winning, and so we've got to take care of business.
Coach, your defense last few weeks have done a really good job of forcing turnovers, a few against Brookings and then 2 last week against T. Can you just talk about their ability to have a nose for the football?
Yeah, it's a couple things. Number one, it's having a nose for the football, but another thing, and I think you saw it earlier in the season on a Matt Grotenheis interception, getting all hats to the ball. That doesn't happen by accident. We drill that and we train that into our guys, and so that's part of it. The other thing is right now everybody is playing much faster. If you look at the speed and the intensity in which our defense is playing, everybody is playing a lot faster, and that's because people are becoming more comfortable with what their jobs are and how to get those jobs done. And so you're seeing really guys expand in their roles. The nuanced parts of the defense, everybody understands all those nooks and crannies a little bit more, and so they understand maybe little tricks and trades they can use to get an advantage here or there. They're taking ownership over it, and that's why you're seeing some of those things.
And then your receiver room had a big day on Friday. 2 big touchdowns as well as Cohen's close in the red zone there. Just talk about their performance.
Just they needed to show up. You look at the field, the way it was laid out with what T was doing, they were not going to let us run the ball. I mean, I'm sure they watched the film from the week before and looked at the stat line and said, well, Yankton ran the ball, whatever we did, 30, 40 times. We need to stop the run. So if that happens, we have to have guys that can answer. We're real fortunate to have, I don't like to do these or say these kinds of things, but we have maybe the best receiving core in the state. And so to have that many talented guys on the field at the same time, it's a heck of a weapon for our quarterback to have, to get the ball to those guys to find an answer when he has to have one.
That was Yankton Bucks head football coach Brady Muth before tonight's game against Mitchell. I'm Josh Boelter. Let's send it back to Brayden Butler at KYNT Studios.
Big thank you to Coach Muth for taking time, as always, to talk to us here at KYNT and KYN-TV. We're going to take one more break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. When we come back, we will send it live to the field with Bryce and Josh. Before we go to break, thank you to some of our sportscaster partners, including Sherco, a proud supporter of Yankton sports. We need to be sure. Make it Sherco. Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance. No matter where you are in life, they'll help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Pizza Ranch. For legendary chicken and the best pizza, it's Yankton Pizza Ranch on Broadway or over the phone at 665-1222. And Stockman's Motorsports, your local Polaris dealer with a full lineup ready to get you in the fields, in the woods, or wherever you like to go. Stockman's Motorsports is a proud supporter of all area athletes. When we come back, we'll send it live to the field for Bryce and Josh. It's senior night for the Yankton Bucks, and you won't want to miss it. We're back after this break on KYNT and KYN-TV.
A couple days ago, a teacher came into the UPS store to print some worksheets for her classroom. As we were printing, she asked if we could help her design and print a custom banner for her school's upcoming event. Yes, we can. Hi, this is Doug at the UPS store in Yankton and Vermilion, where for over 8 years we've been serving educators, businesses, and community members with all kinds of printing solutions. Stop by today and let us assist with your next project, and be sure to ask about our shipping services or current print specials.
Do you want a job that keeps it real? At Truxedo, a real truck company, we keep it real by promoting our values of excellent service, teamwork, accountability, and innovation. Join the Truxedo team and enjoy your next career adventure. We have a variety of openings, including senior EH&S specialist and weekend maintenance technician too. So don't wait. Get up, get out, and apply at realtruck.com/careers and start your next adventure with a career at Truxedo.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Unexpected injuries happen on the playground, at the game or practice, at home or at work. But with Yankton Medical Clinic's Orthopedics Department, you can be seen today. Board-certified physicians Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera have a combined 25 years experience, 5-star patient ratings, and are now accepting walk-ins. If you suffer a break, fracture, sprain, or strain anywhere head to toe, you can be seen today. Get on the road to recovery faster with walk-in appointments. Now available in orthopedics at Yankton Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
Brayden Butler back in here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show for one final time as the Yankton Bucks are ready to take the field against the Mitchell Kernels. The time for talk is over, for me anyway. We're going to send you live to the field with Bryce and Josh here shortly. But first, thank you to a couple of our sportscaster partners, including the Fox Stop. For all your daily convenience and fuel needs, make a stop at the Fox Stop. Buell's Cleaners for rugs, uniforms, linens, and other cleaning services. Go to Buell's in downtown Yankton. And Explorers Credit Union. Watch the Coaches Show on Saturday mornings, sponsored by Explorers Credit Union. They're here to help with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. It's a special Thursday night fight between the Bucks and the Kernels on senior night, and it's coming at you live on KYNT and KYN-TV.
Lunges forward for the pylon. Yankton touchdown.
Put 6 up on the board. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown.
Gets the handoff and is brought down behind the line by Yankton.
Yankton touchdown.
Brought down right at the 20.
The bowling ball gets into the end zone. The touchdown, Yankton.
Ball is loose. Ball is loose. It's going to be Yankton ball. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Yankton! Crane is going wild!
Now, let's go live to KYNT Sports Director and the voice of Yankton Athletics, Bryce Ladwig.
A beautiful Thursday night for football under the lights here at Crane-Youngworth Field. It's the Mitchell Kernels taking on the Yankton Bucks in the regular season finale of the Yankton Bucks 11AA football schedule. This is the Hy-Vee kickoff show. Hy-Vee was a helpful smile in every aisle. Myself and Josh Boelter sitting in the broadcast booth, brought to you by Fairfield Inn and Suites and Holiday Inn Express in Yankton. Get great rates and flexible reservation changes by calling the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express Hotel direct 605-653-2250. And our game conditions today, a nice, Josh, 65 degrees. The trees have that fall look right now. Perfect night for football.
Yeah, perfect night for football. Fall weather here, like you said, right in the 60s. Exactly what you want here for senior night. Beautiful night outside.
All right, and let's get our fans of the game brought to you by Triple Time Rudy's. Whether you're traveling to a home or away game, be sure to fuel up at Triple Time Rudy's, located at 1606 Broadway Avenue. Of course, it's senior night, so the parents of the seniors as well as the players themselves recognized on the field just now. I think we got most of those on camera and try to toggle graphics as that happened, but did the best that we could. But a big night, Josh, and a lot of seniors to go over. I'll actually let you name those seniors.
Yeah, and running down the list, we're just going to go in numerical order here. Number 1, Evan Sirk, Connor Slaba, Easton Nelson, Matthew Sheldon, Micah Maska, Bryce Krall, Carson Ness, Bodie Thurman, Mac Grotenheis, Lance Pyre, Cale Gary, Caden Benson, Thomas Reardon, Mark Cottle, Regan Winish, Lucas Cordell, Riker Freng, Derek Beal, Alexander Stone, and Cohen Zarbach. Really a lot of seniors on this team, a veteran team that had a great start to the season. But, yeah, credit to them and really a full roster of guys there. Almost feels like seniors.
That's all the seniors?
Yeah, just a few there, and credit to them for their careers here and hoping to have a memorable senior night.
All right, officials of the game are brought to you by the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. They are the law on the field. Tonight, Brian Weetham, Brian Young, Rusty Keith, Kevin Dienert, and Eric Gerlach. Those are your officials of the game here for this contest. All right, colors of the game. Yankton in their home reds. You know I like that, Josh. It's classic. You're a fan of the black jerseys.
See, I like them all. I think we've power ranked them before. We're not going to get too far into that, but I really do like all the jerseys. And red, of course, tonight here on senior night.
Yep, so that is the colors of the game. Mitchell, I believe, is in there. I don't think I actually caught what color they were.
White jerseys, black helmets, yellow pants.
So the whites. All right, got it. And that's the colors of the game. Keys to the game, Josh. Brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you. Vision Real Estate, located at 605 East 4th Street, Suite 2 in Yankton, or call 605-664-5555.
Look, there's a couple things. One, you're going to balance out things on senior night. A lot of distractions there with that, and good distractions for sure, but going to have to balance that between focusing on the task at hand. But also for me, it's just keeping guys healthy. Playoffs start next week. You got to get out of here trying to avoid any major injury, no matter what the result is here tonight. And I think for Yankton, they have a lot to look forward to in the coming weeks, so trying to keep healthy is very key.
All right, key player of the game brought to you by Missouri River Associates. Looking for insurance agents that have the knowledge to point you in the right direction? Contact Missouri River Associates in Yankton.
I think it's pretty simple. Easton Nelson, he had 4 total touchdowns last week, 3 through the air. He's been awesome all year, and I think he's going to be key tonight and leading this team to a senior night victory.
Yeah, 1,130 passing yards, 551 on the ground. 12 passing touchdowns, 11 rushing touchdowns. Of course, the rushing threat can improvise in the pocket. By that, I mean he's just as dangerous of a runner as Yankton has. Powerful runner, but also a really good arm. When he needs to uncork one, he can.
Yeah, and we saw it last week. A couple big plays, especially that one to Slava was a dime, about 40 yards down the field. Really impressed with his arm on that play, and he's really grown as a passer throughout the season. You really saw it last week.
Special shout out to those at the KYN-TV Watch Party location, brought to you by Ben's Brew Station, the official watch party location of all KYN-TV games. So grab your friends and families and get together for all the KYN-TV action, because if it's on KYN-TV, it's on at Ben's. And then we'll get into your starting lineups. And Josh, before we do that, I want to go over a few things with you. We already mentioned the seniors, but just kind of what this game could mean for this crew. You know, if Yankton can pull out a victory here tonight, it seems the number one seed would be pretty much wrapped up, securing home playoff games all the way to the Dome. If Yankton falls to Mitchell, they could be in danger of falling out of the top 2. I'm not a mathematician, all right? But the way seed points work, you know, Pierre last week beat Spearfish. They were, I think, 7, right? And then they
Somewhere
shot up.
in that range, yeah.
They shot up 3 or 4 spots, and I think the inverse could happen if a team like Yankton would fall to Mitchell, who right now is in 10th.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd fall super far, but it could be in risk there. I think there's a pretty good chance they have a top 2 seed locked up as it stands, but you never know, and it's something to keep an eye on here. It's so big going to the playoffs. That way maybe you can avoid, for example, a West River trip or something like that. Staying at home is key during this time of the season, but for Yankton, yeah, I think it's pretty simple. You're almost a full seed point ahead of Watertown. Just take care of business tonight, and I think they're in a pretty good spot.
As Yankton gears up for another run at the state title, it is appropriate that at halftime of tonight's matchup, Yankton is honoring the late legendary head coach Max Hawk. 232 wins, Josh, 18 conference titles, 10 state championships to his name. Former players will be here or are here, and to honor the 30-year anniversary of the last state title under Coach Max Hawk, 1994.
Yeah, 232 wins. That's about 228 numbers higher than I can count. But either way, yeah, look, an absolute legend, and it's really awesome that they're going to be honoring him here tonight. Well-deserved, and it should be a really awesome moment here at halftime.
Yankton is 5-0 versus Mitchell. Last 5 matchups, winning last year the opening game of the season 42-0, trying to make that 6-0 over the last 6 matchups. Here today, or going back the last 6 years, I should say. Yankton is hoping for that here tonight. Your starting lineups brought to you by First Chiropractic Center, making life better, one adjustment at a time, located at 2507 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton.
Yeah, let's go ahead and look here at the Mitchell Kernels, starting with their offense. At quarterback, number 15, Tristan Jealous. At running back, they got a couple guys here in Hudson Borgen at number 8 and number 20, Parker Denny. At tight end, number 87, Logan Bessler. At wide receiver, they have a couple guys in Brayden Reindl and Coy Olson, number 85. Going across the offensive line at left tackle, number 79, Owen Shelsky. Shelsky there. They got at left guard, Keith Buckholz, number 50. At center, number 66, Aiden Wood. Briar Stock is going to be the right guard for the Kernels. And at right tackle, number 54, Mason Herman. Over on the defensive side, they're going to be running a 3-4 for the Kernels here tonight. Going across the defensive line, you have number 71, Preston Shelsky. Number 53, Brendan Wantock. And number 76, Noah Pudwell. Looking at those 4 linebackers, we talked about number 18, Jaden Abrahamson. At number 37, you have Kellen Odell. Number 32, Caden Allen. And number 11, Luke LeBrun. And then at the defensive back spots, they're going to have Kendon Skinner, Brady Reindl, Quentin Wilson, and Hudson Borgen. Now taking a look for the Yankton Bucks on offense, the signal caller, number 4, Easton Nelson. At the H-back spot, number 8, Bryce Krall. At running back, number 1, Evan Sirk. Trio receivers in number 12, Carson Ness. Number 81, Cohen Zarbach. And in the slot, number 2, Connor Slaba. Across the offensive line from left to right, you got number 66, Austin Conway. Number 78, Derek Beal. Number 52, Mark Cottle. Number 77, Peyton Eustace. And number 68, Lucas Cordell. Meanwhile, over on the defensive side of the football, running that 4-2-5 on the defensive line. You got Riker Frank, number 73, number 78, Derek Beal, number 77, Peyton Eustace, and number 11, Edley Amaro. 2 linebackers tonight, pair of seniors, number 8, Bryce Krall, and number 5, Matthew Sheldon. At the corner spots, you have number 15, Miles Drotzman, and number 20, Bodie Thurman. At the 2 safety spots, number 12, Carson Ness, and number 14, Gale Hazelhorse. And in that rover spot, once again tonight, is number 22, Mac Grotenheis. Handling the kickoff duties, number 46, Liam Villanueva. Field goals and extra points will be number 91, Kevin Ortiz. Punting the ball tonight will be number 5, Matthew Sheldon. Handling returns tonight will be on punt, number 2, Connor Slava. He'll also handle some kickoffs, as well as Carson Ness and Evan Sirk in that mix as well.
Thank you, Josh. And we're going to do something a little different tonight. The Yankton High School Band is in attendance. We're actually going to keep it here with the national anthem and play that for you at home. And so this is the Yankton High School Band and their rendition of the national anthem.
Veterans and out-of-uniform military personnel may salute the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, your Yankton High School
All right,
Band.
nice job of the Yankton High School Band and great rendition of the national anthem. We'll have our official starting lineups on the field, and we went over them ourselves, so we will actually take a quick break, come back here to Crane-Youngworth Field. It's senior night and the regular season finale of Yankton Bucks football right here on KYNT, KYN-TV.
So, you need a new vehicle. What's the best vehicle for you? Where do you get financing? What's your trade worth? Answer all these questions and more at BillionAuto.com. You can compare 16 new car brands and thousands of used vehicles, all in the palm of your hand at BillionAuto.com. Plus, estimate the trade value of your vehicle in 2 easy steps. It's car buying made easy. Apply for credit pre-approval at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted, not all approved.
FNBO is the great big small bank. And for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com, member FDIC.
Whether you're nearing retirement or already enjoying it, I'll help you create a financial plan that works best for you. I'm Adam Boelter with Vantage Financial. I believe financial planning should be as enjoyable as a day spent fishing or pheasant hunting. If you want personalized investment planning, retirement strategies, and insurance reviews tailored to your unique goals, let's talk. Search Adam Boelter with Vantage Financial or visit vfplanning.com.
Vantage Financial Partners is a registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute an endorsement of Vantage by the SEC, nor does it indicate that Vantage has attained a particular level of skill or ability.
You want peace of mind that you're healthy. Support your breast health by getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. Multiple Avera Breast Center locations across the region offer easy access. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. You have access to specialized breast cancer experts should you need it. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
Hungry for the best chicken wings in town? Then head to Checkers Sports Bar and Grill. Whether you're craving mild, hot, or something with a kick, they've got the wings that will keep you coming back for more. They'll have every NFL game on so you won't miss a moment of the action. Grab a cold one, cheer on your favorite team, and enjoy the ultimate game day atmosphere. Wings, football, friends, it's all at Checkers. Open daily for all of your wing cravings. Have a large group or event that you'd like to offer clothing for? JJ Benji's can make you look good. Instead of you taking orders, collecting money, and then delivering the clothing, let JJ Benji's handle it all. JJ Benji's will create an online store with the merchandise you want to offer. People order, pay, and then JJ Benji's will ship it. You just provide a link or QR code to the online store, and that's it. Contact JJ Benji's in Yankton for more information.
My name is Dr. Gibson, and teaching allows me to show my compassionate spirit. I instruct a lot of students that want to go into the medical fields. If I can teach them how to be compassionate and look out for others and even help each other, they'll be better in their careers. They will be better physical therapists, better doctors, better nurses.
Show your spirit at Mount Marty University and schedule a tour today at showyourspiritmmu.com.
Did you ever hear that cheese is the favorite food of all mice? Well, that's just a myth. Here's the fact. Mice love all food, often eating up to 8 pounds of it in their lifetime. Mice spread disease through urine, droppings, and dander, contaminating food and surfaces like counters and floors, and that's no myth. A pest professional is your best defense against the devastation rodents, termites, roaches, and ants can cause to your home and family.
Olson Pest Technicians, 1-800-KIL-BUGS.
Are you suffering from a recent injury or chronic pain?
Come see us, Lane and Reed Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of techniques to meet every patient's need and preference, including adjustments, dry needling, acupuncture, cupping, and rehabilitation.
We are dedicated to providing personalized and effective treatment plans to help you perform at your highest level and feel your best.
Whether you're dealing with back pain, neck pain, or a sports injury, we've got you covered.
Go to SWATchiropracticandrehab.com to schedule an appointment.
All right, welcome back here to Crane-Youngworth Field. We have our team captains of the game coming out for the coin toss. And Josh, who we have out there?
Yeah, it looks like Carson Ness, Derek Beal, Connor Slaba, and Bodie Thurman tonight are your captains.
Should have mic'd him up, Josh.
Absolutely. I think we could talk Connor into it next week.
Let's start miking up Muth.
I don't know if we can air that.
There was no seriousness at all in that request. All right, it's going to be time for the kickoff, brought to you by The Boathouse. Located in the downtown Meridian District, the Boathouse is the most fun you can find on land. Head there for great food, fun, and drinks if you can't be on the boat, or at a Bucks or Gazelles game, then it's the Boathouse. And we had our post-game at tea that we'd never really actually had, Josh. Remember that?
Yeah,
because of the rain.
rain
So
came in.
I wanted to mention that post-game brought to you by Sarah Sarda for state senator. Find out more about Sarah's campaign online at sarahsardaforstatesenator.com. And in the post-game, the QR code will be on the screen as well. That's Sarah Sarda for state senator. All right, who won the toss, Josh?
Mitchell won the toss, and they're actually taking the football first here. They, are looking to maybe get something going here to start this game, and why not make a statement here on the road against a team that's favored.
There you go. And the shock value, right?
Yeah, shock value, and they're going to have a tall task tonight. This is a Yankton defense that's been playing well. I mean, their last 4 games, 0.777. It's been impressive, really, the run they've been on since that Harrisburg game. Looking at it there, I mean, and they played some quality opponents in that too. Pierce, Sturgis was a tough out. Brookings, NT. I mean, it's somewhere this defense has been playing top-level football. So Mitchell's going to be in for a challenge here tonight, but they seem up to it, or at least willing to try it, taking the ball first here.
Mitchell in 10th in the 11AA standings with a 1-7 record, 0-5 in ESD. Yankton 5-2 overall, 5-1 in the ESD. They are first in 11AA. And Mitchell coached by Pat Larson, and Yankton coached by Brady Muth, Justin Olson, Terry Huber, Brady Hale, TJ Beacom, Dan Schwalk, Blake Savvy, and Jason Savvy. Yankton averaging 35.4 points per game, surrendering 12.9. Mitchell scoring 12.4, allowing 39.4. And the regular season finale is about to be in the air here at Crane-Youngworth Field. Back to return is Parker Denny and Hudson Borgen. The ball is in the air, and it's Yankton Bucks football on KYNT and KYN-TV. And it is returned to the far side of the field. And the return will be sent out at about maybe the 18-yard line. I believe that's Hudson Borgen on the return.
Yeah, and Bryce, the Kernels tried a little bit of trickery on that play. Handoff on the return, trying to fool this Yankton kickoff team, but no bite there. Still decent. I believe I actually had about the 19 there, so really did not work overly too well on that handoff there. But either way, no, Mitchell taking the field here for their first drive, and they had a good offensive performance last week. They lost to Huron, but put up 26 points on the board. They're looking to build some momentum off of that, so we'll see what they can do here.
Tristan Jellis, empty backfield. He is back to pass. Quick pass out to the right side. It is brought in at the 15. Spins around one defender. Gets by 2, and multiple red helmets come to the ball. That's Parker Denny on the reception. He's down pretty much right at the line of scrimmage.
And how about Bodie Thurman on that play? He got the initial contact there, slowed down the receiver on the bubble, really kind of bought his defense a little bit of time to get down the field and make that tackle. And like you said, really, I don't know if there was really any gain on that play at all.
Second down for the Kernels.
So second down for Mitchell. Ball in the near hash marks. Mitchell moving left to right on your screen or listening device. Yankton right to left. And the handoff from Jellis. Jellis off to hand off to the middle of the field. And the carrier gets to the 21-yard line. So gain of a few. And that was Hudson Borgen on the carry.
Yeah, maybe a gain or 3 or 4 on that play. Not a bad little run there at all for Mitchell. Now trying to build off of that, trying to avoid going 3 and out here. Let's see if they go back to the pass game. You got to assume maybe they'll try to push it down the field a little more here after a bubble on first. Let's see what they draw up here on this. They did go an empty set on that first down. Wouldn't be surprised if they go back to that potentially, but let's see what happens here.
I got spoiled being on the road for quite a while, Josh. I'll look over for the down and distance on the scoreboard. Not there. And ball near the near hash marks. Single back set for Jellis. And Jellis, play action, rolls out to the right and brought down in the backfield by Yankton. Who else? It's Edley Amaro.
So, Bryce, I'm going to let you in on a little gamer knowledge here. I play college football 25, and a lot of times when you have play action and a defensive line will be in the backfield before you even get done with the play action, I always say that's unrealistic. Well, Edley Amaro just proved that wrong because he was in the backfield before Jellis even turned around on that play action. And all of a sudden now, big sack there, and now Yankton forces the 3 out, looking at good field position here.
The 8th sack of the season for Edley Amaro. Punt crew is out, and the punt is up. Connor Slava back to return at the Mitchell 46-yard line. He'll call for a fair catch, and that's where Yankton will take over offensively. This is the opening drive for Yankton, brought to you by Triple Time Rudy's. Whether you're traveling to home or away game, be sure to fuel up at Triple Time Rudy's. located at 1606 Broadway Avenue. Easton Nelson and company. Of course, Easton Nelson with over 1,000 passing yards on the season. About 551 rushing yards, a very big threat. He was our key player of the game. He has another big running threat, Evan Sirk, right behind him in the running back position. And it will be Sirk that gets a handoff to open up the offense for Yankton. He will get to the 41-yard line, a gain of 5.
Nice little run there to get the drive started. But talking about the quarterback, Easton Nelson, they really aired it out last week on offense. 3 passing touchdowns for the senior quarterback. Let's see if he can build off that performance once again.
And now Nelson rolling to the right on second down pass. Was intended for one target, but is brought in by Slaba at about the 22-yard line. Turns upfield. Wait,
I believe it was Ness that caught that. I think it was off the hands of Owen Eidsness there. I'm not sure. I think it might have been going to Owen.
I just saw it too.
He popped it up in the air, and Ness ended up coming down. A big play either way, though, for the Bucs.
Yeah, but Carson Ness with the big reception. And run up the middle for Yankton. Gets to the 12-yard line. Scamper for a few yards.
Yeah, just a few on that one. It looks like a gain of about 7 on the play. Yankton really moving the ball quick here. 3 plays, and they're already down inside the 15.
One receiver far, 2 near. Single back set for Nelson. Handoff to Sirk. Follows his right guard and brought down at about pretty much right at the 10. So a gain of a few on the play.
Yeah, about a yard or so short on this one. Yankton looking for their first third down conversion of the day. See what happens here.
So 3rd and 2 for the Bucs. Nelson. Halfback toss left side to Sirk. He'll cut. He'll have the first down. He'll have more. He'll have a touchdown. Touchdown Yankton. Evan the Muscle Sirk muscles his way to the end zone for the opening score of the game.
Nice play there by the senior tailback. The pitch was supposed to go outside, and he starts out there, sees Wilson from Mitchell coming in, so he decides he's going to cut back inside there, makes a nice cut, and gets into the end zone. Nice first drive there for the Bucs. Put some points on the board and get an early lead.
Eighth rushing touchdown of the season for Evan Sirk. Kevin Ortiz out to kick the extra point. Cale Gary, the snapper. Tate Bestie, the holder. And the lefty has only missed 1 extra point so far this season. And hits that one as well. Yankton leads 7-0. That's $14 going to the Yankton Booster Club by way of Core Trust Bank. They're doubling down on Yankton points this season. We'll be back in 1 minute. And actually, at first, I actually want to let you know, Yankton scored while in the red zone, brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency, a local independent insurance agency offering insurance from a local South Dakota company, DeSmet Farm Mutual, located just east of the Yankton Bowl. Edley Amaro's sack earlier is brought to you by Vantage Financial. Contact Adam Walter of Vantage Financial today. Search Adam Walter, Vantage Financial. Let's go ahead and actually keep it here. We're at 8:26 to go in the first, Josh. Yankton leads 7-0. Great start for the Bucs.
Yeah, great start. They get the 3 and out, including the sack from Amaro. Then they really run right down the field. A big pass to Ness in there as well. Nice start. Couldn't ask for much better of one if you're Yankton. Up 7-0 here with about 8:30 left to play in the first quarter.
Liam Villanueva, and back deep for the Kernels, Morgan and Denny.
So Morgan and Denny back to return for the Kernels. Liam Villanueva to kick for Yankton.
And last time Mitchell was on kick return, they had a handoff out of it. So let's see maybe if we see a little bit more trickery here, or if they'll go for a more traditional return, maybe even a fair catch.
Villanueva sets the team, and the kick. Will be Denny chasing after it inside the 5. He'll let it go to the end zone. And that ball took a weird bounce, Josh. I was half expecting it to stop at the 1.
Yeah, I was waiting for it to stop, or maybe even it looked like the way that Denny was hovering over it. I thought maybe it had a chance to go out of bounds. But Liam did a good job of getting that one in, and now the Kernels are going to start with a fresh set of downs here at about the 20 after going 3 and out. We talked about that sack from Edley Amaro. That was huge. Before the quarterback had even really turned around off the play action, he was in the backfield. Impressive play. Like you said, 8 sacks now in the season for Amaro. Really having a great season, and see if he can continue to build on it here tonight and then through the playoffs as well.
Yeah, he's good at football.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. Yeah.
And Jealous, quick handoff. That's going to be to Denny. He goes off to the left side. He gets to the 25, to the 30. And he is brought down by Bryce Crawl, the best name in the game, but after a really nice gain from the Mitchell running back.
How about Parker Denny? He was able to bounce that one out and hit the hole. Nice gain. They get their first down of the game. Needed there after that 3-and-out with the big sack.
Ball at the 36-yard line. 8:09 to go in the first. Yankton leads 7-0. And Jealous drops back. Quick pass out to the right side. Intercepted by Yankton. Bodie Swayze Thurman has a pick six for the Bucks.
What a read there by Swayze, like you said. That was a bubble all the way. Mitchell had ran that in the first drive where he made a nice play as well. He identified it once again out of that 5-wide set. He reads the quarterback, jumps in front of the route, picks it off, and takes it to the house. What a play there by Bodie Thurman.
Yeah, Thurman read that the entire way, Josh. You saw it from the get-go. And right away, everyone, including us, knew that was a score. Yankton leads 13-0. And the extra point coming up again for Kevin Ortiz. Kilgary, the snapper, Bestie, the holder, in that unique left-footed situation for the extra point for Yankton. As we have a nice snap, a nice hold, and a nice kick. 14-0 Bucks lead. That's another $14 going to the Yankton Booster Club by way of Core Trust Bank. They're doubling down on Yankton points this season. Again, Yankton 14, Mitchell nothing, 7:54 to go in the first. Back in 1 minute. This is Yankton Bucks football. KYNT, KYNTV.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
Did you know Sherco offers more than egg tarps? As an industry leader in construction, waste, and flatbed tarping systems, Sherco offers manual and electric tarp systems for not only grain trailers and grain carts, but also side dumps, end dumps, belly dumps, roll-offs, flatbeds, and more. To learn more, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best, demand Sherco.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411.
Kickoff for the Bucks, and we do have some trickery on the reception. Josh, what do you see there as the ball ends up right at the 20?
Yeah, so earlier in the first quarter, we saw Mitchell hand it off on a kick return. This time they fake it really right to about the 20 on that one, it appears. Once again, now Mitchell trying to recover here. They had the 3-and-out in the first drive, and then the pick six from Bodie Thurman on the second drive. Really now just trying to find some positive momentum on offense and avoid giving up a back-breaking mistake like they did on the last drive. But with that, Bryce, how about Bodie Thurman on that? Read it all the way on that bubble screen there.
Oh, you mean Swayze?
Yes, I mean Swayze. Yes, either way, nice play there, and really impressive read on that.
Absolutely. The Kernels will try again here on their own 20, 1st and 10. Empty back set now for Jealous. 2 receivers each side. Drops back. Looking to pass to the middle of the field. Almost intercepted by Matthew Sheldon. Josh, if he would have intercepted that, he would have had a clear route right to the end zone.
And I was just thinking the same thing, though. Either way, great read by the senior linebacker to get in front of the football. Was a little behind or over to his right, so he wasn't able to bring it in. But now they're starting to get in the head of Jealous here. A couple errant throws on these last couple attempts. And Sheldon, like you said, if he would have caught that one, had a clear route to the end zone.
And Mitchell taking the time in the huddle. I want to get things figured out here. Trailing Yankton 14-0. 7:43 to go in the first. And Jealous sends a man in motion. And we do have a flag in the far side of the field. And it's going to be encroachment on the defense.
Yeah, and I think they're going to get Edley Amaro here. That's something he's got to clean up as good as he is getting after the quarterback. He's been prone to do that a few times. We saw it the last couple weeks, and going to have to clean that up.
We talked about that in the coach's corner, and someone, me, made the joke. We had a pretty good laugh that he's so good at getting the back, right? He needs one of those like BMX or like horse like gates.
Yeah.
When it's go time, it just flattens. He's always ready, man.
Always ready to go. Now 2nd and 5 here for the Kernels, though.
Jealous sends a man in motion, back to pass, middle of the field, intercepted by Yankton. It's the best name in the game, Bryce Crawl. He's brought down at the Mitchell 10. Yankton defense at it again.
Yeah, and they've been so good at reading those screens tonight. That's the second time they've read a screen and taken it for a pick there. First one was a pick 6. This one inside the 10. Yankton, this offense coming out here now, they got to feel like this has been an easy night so far with where they've been and how much time they've actually gotten to spend on the field.
Tristan Jellis enters the game with 5 passing touchdowns, 180 yards per game, 57% completion, and most of those going to Yankton so far tonight as Issa Nelson drops back. He has plenty of time, steps up in the pocket. We have a flag in the back. It's probably going to be holding on Yankton as Nelson scrambles, passes to the corner. Intended target down there is Cohen Zarbach, but I think this one's going to be bringing Yankton back.
Yeah, should march him back on this one. A lot of times when you have that much time in the pocket, you're going to see a hold get called, and I think that's what it's going to be here on this one.
Holding on the offense, number 77.
So Peyton Eustace on the hold.
Replay, first down.
So replay first down now from the 20.
Yeah, now this changes things. It is first and goal from about the 20, so let's keep an eye here and see if Yankton chooses to attack here and be aggressive, or maybe they run the football.
2 receivers near, 1 far. Bryce Kroll in motion. Hand off to Cirque. Powers up the middle, gets to the 10, to the 5. He's at the goal line. Touchdown, Yankton. The muscles his way past the goal line. Another score for the Bucks.
You know, I should have reminded myself on that play. I said, are they going to be aggressive and throw, or are they going to run the ball here? Running the ball for this team is being aggressive. They are so good at running the football, and you saw it right there. Cirque takes to the end zone for a touchdown, and now Yankton up 3 scores less than 5 minutes into this game.
So Kevin Ortiz back out for the extra point. Yankton was in the Midwest Insurance Agency red zone. As the extra point is up and is good. But that Midwest Insurance Agency red zone is brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency, a local independent insurance agency offering insurance from a local South Dakota company, DeSmet Farm Mutual, located just east of the Yankton Bowl. All right, so far, $42 have been donated to the Yankton Booster Club by way of Core Trust Bank. They're doubling down on Yankton points this season. Back in 1 minute, Yankton Bucks football. KYNT, KYNTV.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as the result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
At Larry's Heating and Cooling, during the October sale, get a new furnace for $55 a month.
Oh, come on, Mr. Announcer. Let's have some enthusiasm. This is a big deal. I mean, a new 96% high-efficiency furnace for as low as $55 per month. The energy savings alone will probably make the payment for you.
You're right. That is a big deal. Get a new high energy efficient furnace for only $55 a month during the October sale.
Better at Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
Hudson Borgen with the return for Mitchell as we return to action here. He gets the ball all the way to the 21.5-yard line.
Yeah, now Mitchell, Bryce, trying to clean up some mistakes here on offense. A couple picks, one being a pick 6 earlier in this first quarter now. Trying to get something going here, find themselves down in 3 scores here under 5 minutes into the game.
And we have a whistle as I think it's an equipment thing. As Talon Kenny comes off and Easton Feeser comes on.
Yeah, Feeser coming on. Remember, he had 3 sacks a couple weeks ago against Brookings. Really made his presence felt on that front line along with Amaro.
Tristan Jellis, also known as TJ Jellis, in the empty backfield. 2 receivers each side, back to pass. Pass to the middle of the field, ball's up and off the back of the Yankton defender, and that's Matt Grotenheis, the 5'10 senior.
Yeah, look for a second there. Denny did pop open. I think Grotenheis did a good job of responding there and recovering. And I think Jellis just hit him in the back of the numbers there on that play.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Kernels. as Mitchell is really relying on this passing attack still. 2 receivers far, 1 near, single back set. It's Parker Denny, gets the handoff off to the left side, and is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe even a small loss on the play.
Yeah, nothing really to find there. I thought for a second he might have had a hole off the left side. Wasn't able to get anything on that. Now Mitchell find themselves at 3rd and long very quickly into this drive here, trying to keep it alive. I mean, I know their defense hasn't seen the field a ton, but either way, just trying to keep this offense on the field for a little longer.
Whenever they play the Undertaker bells, do you get excited?
I do a little bit. I do a little bit for sure.
3rd down for the Kernels. 3rd and 10. Jealous. Waist-high snap. Quick pass out to the far side. And cutting upfield for Mitchell is Brayden Reindl, the 6'2 junior.
And Mitchell must have seen something they like in that screen game coming into this. They've tried it a couple times, 2 times no avail, one of which being a pick 6. But on that one, they're able to get the completion on the outside and get a 1st down. Nice job of this Mitchell offense to keep the drive alive.
And that is enough for a Mitchell Kernel 1st down.
Yeah, now let's see how they respond here. You get the 1st down, keep this drive alive, keep the offense on the field. Let's see how they respond here and see if they can keep this and turn it into some positive momentum.
6 minutes to go here in the 1st period, and Yankton leads 21-0. Ball on the Mitchell, the 32-yard line, and we have a whistle, and I believe we have a timeout.
Timeout, Mitchell.
Timeout by Mitchell. Timeouts are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When it's time for a new job, maybe a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds, Yankton Bucks football, KYNT and KYN-TV.
Conquer the day and reach new heights with Rise Fuel energy drinks. Rise Fuel is ready to help elevate your performance. Packed with essential vitamins and nutrients, Rise Fuel gives you the power to push harder, go faster, and perform better. Whether you're hitting the gym, the field, or the track, Rise Fuel has your back. Fuel your ambition and unleash your potential with Rise Fuel energy drinks. Rise to the challenge with Rise Fuel. Ignite your passion and dominate your game.
All right, we come back here to Crane-Youngworth Field. Mitchell with the football. 1st and 10 for the Kernels. After the timeout, Yankton leads 21-0. 5:50 in the 1st. 2 receivers each side, empty backfield for Jealous. Waist-high snap, looking to pass. Under some pressure, and he will escape it. Passes downfield. It is brought in by Mitchell for a 1st down. On the reception is number 8, Hudson Borgen, the 5'6 senior. He has 35 receiving yards per game. Trying to add to that here tonight.
Yeah, and I'm not so sure that that's Jealous anymore. I think it might be Jackson Hartman in there, number 1, running around there through that ball.
Come on, Mitchell, what are you doing to me here?
Keep an eye on it here, but I believe, that's Hartman in at quarterback now.
Jackson Hartman, 49% completion on the season, 2 passing touchdowns, 56 passing yards per game. Thank you, Josh. I would have gone the almost the entire game. So Hartman pass out to the far side, brought in, and a positive gain, about 4 yards on the pass to Borgen.
Yeah, once again, they've been attacking that screen game early. You saw right there, once again, out of the slot. Got a couple yards, have a not a bad play at all. Bodie Thurman, though, has been alive on those screen passes. You saw with the pick 6 tackle there on that one, and he has really been aware of what they're doing in those short screen game.
4:50 to go in the 1st. 2nd and 7. And Hartman drops back. He's under some pressure past the middle of the field. It is brought in and surrendering himself. That is Logan Bessler, the 6'3 junior.
Yeah, and sometimes, nice pass there from Hartman, but I'll tell you, pressure sometimes can be just as important as sacks. And it felt like Edley Amaro got some pressure on that play and really got in the mix and maybe forced that throw a little bit off the side. But now Mitchell here with about a 3rd and 3. You got to think this is 2-down territory if they don't get it. On this one, let's see, though, if they can get it on 3rd first, though.
3rd and 3 for the Kernels. Jackson Hartman, not Jealous. Single back set. Did they do that after the after the 2nd pick, probably? As we have a flag coming in, and I think they're going to get Edley Amaro on the end.
Yeah, I think they got him again. That's the second one here in this first quarter and the third straight week, once again, where he's gotten an offside penalty. Something to keep an eye on here as the season goes on. We've talked about it. It's really becoming a theme, those offside penalties. And, you know, Edley's going to want to clean that up.
Yep, and obviously his 9 sacks outweigh, you know, that. But that has been a problem all year. Not just for Amaro either. There's been multiple instances on the line for the Bucks. A fresh set of downs for the Kernels as Hartman has to hand off to Borgen, and Borgen brought down in the backfield. A loss of about 3 yards on the play. Maybe lost his footing a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like Derek Beal and maybe Edley Amaro were in on that play as well. Loss of 3 on it, and now they are looking at a 2nd and long here after getting a few first downs.
The Vikings totally did not just score, Josh.
Are you sure?
There's silence over here, sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Vikes are playing in a big spot in Thursday night game. Tough loss for them last week. We're not going to talk about it, though.
I mean, of course you would. All right, so trips receivers near side for Mitchell and Hartman. Pass out to the near side. And it is brought in by Bessler. Bessler turns upfield past the original line of scrimmage and gets to the Yankton 41-yard line.
Yeah, gain of about 4 or 5 on that play. Not a bad play at all there. Make it 3rd and a little more manageable. Once again, going to that screen game. You've seen that a lot here in this first quarter for Mitchell. Some good, some bad on it, some mixed results, but either way, a little bit more good on that play, obviously. Now let's see what they do here on 3rd and about 8. You got to think in plus territory. If they don't get this, they might go for it. Once again, we just talked about in the last third, but see what they do here as they come out in an empty set with trips left.
Yeah, 3rd and 8, 2.5 minutes to go in the first. Yankton leads 21-0. Mitchell moving left to right on your screen or listing device. And Hartman drops back under pressure from Feezer. Feezer held in the backfield a little bit. And ball is up in the air, pass downfield at the Yankton 25, incomplete. And you know what happens quite often, doesn't get called, but Easton Feezer had Hartman dead to rights and was held.
Yeah, it looked like he was held on that play. Either way, though, didn't really come back to bite Yankton as they get the stop there on 3rd. And it looks like I talked about, Mitchell is going to be going for it here on about 4th and 8. I was going to say they just placed the ball full yard back from line scrimmage, but that has been corrected. Now Mitchell here trying to go for it early in this game, down 21 from the Yankton 41-yard line.
3 receivers far side, 1 near, single back set for Hartman and the Kernels. Knee-high snap. Hartman pulls it up. He's looking downfield to pass. Ball in the air, middle of the field, around the 10-yard line. It is up, and it is brought in by Mitchell at about the 6-yard line. And that was on the completion. Give me a number, Josh. What do we see on here? 3, I think. That is Reindl, the Brayden Reindl, the 6'2 junior.
And Reindl did a good job of jumping up and getting to the point attack on that football. Hartman just gave him a chance to go up and get it and go up and get it. He did. Nice play. Now 1st and goal here for the Kernels. What a play on 4th down. Now let's see what they go with here. Maybe, I wouldn't be surprised, once again, we talked about it. They like going to that screen game. They've also been running off the left side a lot. Maybe something on that side they like. But either way, nice play.
Parker Denny, the running back for the Kernels. Halfback toss to Denny. Tries to turn around at the 10-yard line, cut up field, and will be forced out of bounds around the 7.
Parker Denny runs out of bounds.
And so Kernels remain here in the red zone with 2nd goal.
Yes, 2nd and goal now. Not the way you want to go, obviously, when you're inside that 10-yard line. Nice job by the Yankton defense by forcing Denny outside, and looks like he lost about 3 yards on that play.
Welcome here to KYNT and KYNT-TV. Minute and a half to go in the first. This is Yankton Bucks football. Yankton leads 21-0 currently. Mitchell trying to change that as a handoff to Denny. Goes to the middle, nothing there. Cuts to the outside now, trying to find something, and is brought down pretty much right at the line. Yankton sealed up the middle and then quickly flowed out to the edges and sealed the edges as well.
Yeah, and that, credit to Cale Hazelhorst on that play. He slowed down Denny and helped make the tackle. Now a big 3rd down here. 3rd and 6. Once again, we talked about it a couple times in this drive. Expect, if Mitchell doesn't get this, you got to expect that they'll go for it here inside the Yankton 10.
So Hartman and company. Hartman under center. You don't see that a lot in 11AA. Halfback toss. Denny, near side. He's actually going to pass. And we have a halfback pass. If we're a touchdown for the Kernels, that's to Hudson Borgen. Oh, it's the first time we've seen that this year.
Yeah, that was a little creative play there. They've gone to a toss a couple times. Saw it earlier in this goal set, and this time they toss out, they sneak a guy into the flat wide open for a touchdown. Creative play call there for Mitchell, and all of a sudden, after it looked like it was all doom and gloom early in that first quarter, they go down and respond and get that touchdown. Now down 2 here towards the end of the fourth.
Kicking the extra point, Kyson Herman. And is up, and it is no good. Missed off to the left. Yankton still leads 21-6. 43 seconds to go in the first. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Yankton Bucks football. KYNT, KYNTV.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we treat our patients like family.
We have an experienced and extremely caring dental team. We take the time to make sure you understand your oral health and answer any questions you have about your dental treatments.
With an office located in the heart of Yankton at 1818 Broadway, we're centrally located for all patients in the area.
Whether you need fillings, crowns, or bridges, just a teeth cleaning, or even Botox.
Contact Elwood Family Dental Care today.
Introducing the perfect match for your Yankton High School sports nights. Ben's Brew Station and KYN-TV. Whether it's a hard spike, exciting goal, or the biggest Friday night football matchup, we're here to ramp up your spirit and bring the video streaming excitement to you. Gather your friends, your family, and tune into the action. Cheer for every moment with the area's biggest Yankton sports fans. Ben's Brew Station is your sideline seat to unforgettable high school sports moments. If KYN-TV is streaming it, it's on at Ben's Brew Station.
And kick return for Yankton won't happen as Connor Slobel with this one roll out of bounds. We'll have the flag. Yankton will take over way over their 35-yard line, and it's a good starting position for the Bucks.
Heads up play there by the senior returnman to identify that might go out of bounds, and he saw it, and it did. Good play. That's a lot. That's a play that sometimes you don't even see be made at the college levels. Good discipline there from Connor Slobel, and now Yankton with good field position here to start this drive.
Yankton 3 for 3 on offensive drive so far. Easton, Nelson, and company. 2 receivers far side, 1 near. Evan Sirk, the lone back. Bryce Krall, the up back. Cohen Zarbach in motion in the backfield. Handoff to Sirk. Sirk will be met right at the line. Still able to muscle his way forward for an extra yard, so it's a gain of 2 on the carry.
Not much on that one, but we've seen what Evan Sirk can do in this first quarter. Excuse me. I mean, he had a 20-yard run on 1st and goal for a touchdown. An impressive back all year, but not much on that one.
And now Nelson. Back to pass. Past the middle of the field to Carson Ness. And a little too tall for Ness, maybe off his fingertips, and almost intercepted in the secondary by Mitchell. I think Brayden Reindl thought he should have had that one.
Yeah, and had a chance at that one. It looked initially like Ness was going to be able to bring that in, wasn't able to, and now all of a sudden 3rd and 8 real quick here for Yankton.
Trips receivers near side. One far, Nelson back to a pass. Pocket Glasses steps up. Carries it himself. Gets to the 40. Spin move and reaches out for the first down. I think that reach actually got him that first down, Josh. The chains will move. And I think that should do it for the first quarter. That clock has actually stopped, so.
There's a penalty down on the field.
Wait,
I think we might get
where?
a hold here over at about the 30, Bryce, on the right side there.
Sure.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to see, and I didn't see it at first, but looks like this is going to be a holding on Yankton.
Well, forget everything I said then. The last 15 seconds, Josh, just forget it.
Yeah, just forget. But either way, a nice effort from the senior quarterback. Like you said, I didn't think he was going to get there on that one. Still managed to, and now Yankton pinned deep here, trying to convert on 3rd and long here. Let's see what they do if they go back to the pass or they just choose to run the ball here.
Coach Brady Muth arguing his case with a nearby official. They're actually going to hold up play for this. And really arguing his case on the near side of the field. And he gives up, and now play will resume.
Great to him providing. I didn't know that was allowed. Could you stop a play for something like that?
Well, I think it's just kind of official discretion, probably. But I think there comes a point where they would eventually throw a flag. But he had his case heard out. 6 seconds to go here in the first. Trip receiver's far side, and we had a Kernel jump, but no flag past the middle of the field. Brought in by Carson Ness, right at the logo. He's going to take it to the house. The Loch Ness with a big touchdown for Yankton. Full speed ahead for the Yankton senior.
3rd and 2, 3rd and a billion. It doesn't matter. Find Carson Ness deep somewhere. And you saw it on that play right up the middle. Nice pass from Easton Nelson. And then Ness turns on the burners for the touchdown. What a play. Big time pass. Yankton add to their lead here in this first quarter.
Kevin Ortiz out to kick the extra point. Yankton now 4 for 4 on offensive drives. Cale Gary, the snapper. Tate Bessie, the holder. Nice snap, nice hold, nice kick. 28-6. That's another $14 being donated to the Yankton Booster Club by way of Core Trust Bank. Core Trust Bank is doubling down on Yankton points this season. That is the end of the first quarter as well. Your first quarter sponsors, First Dakota National Bank and the UPS Store. Your score 28-6, Yankton on top. That's your SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab scoreboard update. Their number one goal at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab is to make each patient feel at home and know they're truly there to help you live a healthier, pain-free life. SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, the go-to place for specialized wellness and therapy. Visit them at swatchiropracticandrehab.com. Quarter break brought to you by Rise Fuel. Packed with essential vitamins and nutrients, Rise Fuel gives you the power to push harder, go faster, and perform better. Fuel your ambition and unleash your potential with Rise Fuel. Back in 30 seconds.
South Dakota Coyote basketball is just around the corner. Stewart for 3, splash! Cold-blooded Caleb Stewart from straight away. Season tickets and 10 and 20 game flex plans are available now. The Coyotes open their season in the Sanford Coyote Sports Center with a doubleheader Monday, November 4th.
Coyotes on the move. It's Larkin's jump pass out. Close to board for 3. Yes!
Tickets are available now at goyotes.com.
And Borgen with a return for the Kernels. Goes to the far side of the field. Is angled out of bounds at the Mitchell 25. Mitchell now moving right to left on your screen or listening device. Yankton left to right.
Yeah, Yankton left to right now here in a crazy first half. We saw a pick 6 in that quarter, a deep ball from Nelson to Ness as well, a halfback pass. Bryce, what a crazy first quarter here. Either way, though, Yankton up 28-6 now. And Mitchell, they're trying to build on some momentum here on that last drive. They had a really good drive with Hartman in at quarterback that, like we said, ended with that halfback pass for a touchdown. Let's see if they can keep that going.
And Hartman, single back set. We have a whistle.
Timeout.
Oh, timeout taken by the Kernels. Timeout's brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When it's time for a new job, maybe a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds, Yankton Bucks football.
Hey Yankton, are you looking to get down and dirty with full-time benefits and great pay? This is Luke from Hedro Maintenance. Come join our maintenance team where every day is something new, from electrical and all the way to hydraulics. We need your hands-on experience and mechanical knowledge. Hedro Maintenance is waiting for you. At Hedro, you will be a part of a bigger story, a story shaped by you. Apply today. Jobs.hedro.com. That's jobs.hedro.com. Search Yankton.
Sometimes I just want to sit here and vibe with the music, Josh.
Yeah, those bump musics, they're fun here as we continue this second quarter. Mitchell after the timeout. 1st and 10, Bryce. They got trips left here.
And Hartman in at quarterback. 5 seconds into the second quarter as Hartman drops back to pass. And he'll be under some pressure, and he will be brought down in the backfield by who else, Josh?
That would be Edley Amara once again, his second sack of the day. And part of that, the pressure was great, but it was also partially a cover sack. I think Hartman was looking at that bubble at one point. Swayze, Bodie Thurman, had jumped in front of that one again and took it away, and he had to look up field. And by the time Hartman had cut up field, Edley Amaro was in the backfield for another sack, and a big loss of about 10 on that play.
That's Amaro's 9th sack of the season. Empty backfield now for Hartman. 5 receivers out. And pass to Borgen on the near side at the 10, cuts up field, gets to the 15, and spun down to the turf at the 18. So a decent game, but still a long ways to go.
Yeah, and credit to Bodie Thurman. Again, he's been asked a lot of in this defense tonight. To be able to crash down in open space and make those tackles is not an easy thing to do. I know he's making it look easy tonight, but it is hard to do, and he's done a great job of it there. Another tackle on that play after about a gain of 4, and now Mitchell in a third and very long here inside their own territory, about the 19-yard line.
Trips receivers near side, make that 2 receivers near side, trips receivers far. Empty backfield for Hartman. Hartman drops back, quick pass out to the right side. It is brought in, and there will be a loss of yards on the play. And see who got this completion for the Kernels.
I think it was Coy Olsen on that one, Bryce. And I'm not sure. It looked like he ran right into the teeth of the Yankton defense after that screen completion. Either way, the loss, and Yankton getting a good response after giving up that touchdown their last drive. They get a 3-and-out. All of a sudden get the ball back here, and it looks like Connor Slaba's planted about the 45. So we'll keep an eye on this one as the punt is up in the air. Almost blocked, yeah.
Connor Slaba yells poison, and the ball will be killed right at the 50, or maybe just inside Mitchell territory at the 49-yard line. That's where Yankton will take over offensively. Now moving left to right on your screen or listening on a device. Yankton 4 for 4 on drives so far in this game. By the way, your second quarter sponsors, Yankton Medical Clinic, so much care, so close to home, and FNBO, the great big small bank, proud to serve the community for more than 165 years. Stop by your local branch or visit fnbo.com, member FDIC. 2 receivers each side, single back set. Nelson, handoff, Sirk goes up the middle. Nice gain, and we'll have a gain of about 8 on the play. He's a senior now, but for years now, I've just every game have to say how impressed I am with Evan Sirk and the low power he's able to bring from his legs in these carries.
Yeah, there was some power in that, but I think you also saw his size come into play there. He kind of slipped through and snuck through there. I thought for a second he was going to be down after about a gain of 2. He snuck through us. He's got another big gain here, Bryce, and he might take this to the house. Evan Sirk to the house. Touchdown, Bucks. Bryce, what a run there from the senior running back.
Evan the Muscle Sirk able to squeeze by some defenders on the far side of the field. Yankton now leads 34-6, Josh. 9:23 to go in the second quarter. Yankton is rolling.
Yeah, rolling indeed. You saw it once again there from the senior tailback. He got through the hole and then turned on the Jets, and this Yankton offense is rolling. They've got 4 touchdowns here in the first half, 2 of which on big runs from Evan Sirk.
Kilgary the holder. Or excuse me, snapper. Tate Bessie the holder. Kevin Ortiz out for the extra point. Nice snap, nice hold, and nice kick. 35-6. That's $70 so far tonight being donated to the Yankton Booster Club by way of Core Trust Bank. They're doubling down on Yankton points this season. That's Core Trust Bank. We'll be back in 60 seconds. This is Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
If you think education needs to be a higher priority with your District 18 representatives, how about Harns?
I'm Paul Harns, and I'm running for South Dakota House in District 18. I'm a former educator in the Yankton School District, and trust me, I know the importance of education for our kids and keeping the voucher system out of South Dakota education.
Vote Paul Harns for District 18 House now by absentee or on November 5th. Paid for by Harns for House.
Today's world is changing and you need your general liability plan to change along with it. If you're a business owner, give me, Skylar Sherman with Missouri River Associates a call and let's check your policies. Since you're busy running the business, I'll do all the legwork, so feel free to call, email, or stop down 124 Walnut Street in Yankton.
Are you new to Medicare or turning 65 soon? Have you met Irma? Who's Irma? Irma is an additional Medicare tax that comes into play based on your tax filing income. Let's chat today to see if you'll be meeting Irma in your Medicare future. Missouri River Associates.
Josh, we return to action with some great news.
Yeah, great
Yankton
news.
Bucks football team just jumped on a fumble. Break it down for us.
Yeah, and it's one of those where each kick return's been eventful tonight for Mitchell. And you saw right there, that's just putting a hat on the football. Nice play. And it looks like it was Micah Maska who got in on the recovery. Now Yankton, they're going to the ball here after just scoring a touchdown. They're going to be about the 27-yard line here, looking to capitalize on this fumble.
So Yankton to take over, 9:16 to go in the first half, 35-6 score. Yankton leads. Matthew Sheldon comes on late.
Sheldon coming in late. It's been all Cirque so far in the backfield, getting a look here maybe at Matthew Sheldon.
And pop pass to Owen Eidsness and gets it at the Mitchell 25, maybe the 26-yard line, gain of about 4 in the play.
And once again, those pop passes, the design of those are to get you out in space maybe a little bit there with a receiver, an easy completion. I think Easton Nelson will always take those if you want to talk about completion percentage. But either way, game about 3 on the play.
It always depends on if the statistician is counting it as a runner pass. As Nelson now rolls far side. Pass out to Connor Slaba at the 15, the 10, the 5. And the con man does it again. Connor Slaba, touchdown Yankton.
Yeah, touchdown Yankton. Connor Slaba, he was open there rolling out, and Nelson on the throw, takes it into the house, does Connor Slaba. Nice play, and the Bucks have really opened this one up wide.
41-6 the score. Yankton leads, 8:45 to go in the first half.
On for the extra point, Kevin Ortiz.
So Kevin Ortiz, leg is tired, out for the extra points. Kilgary, the snapper, Tate Bestie, the holder. Yankton's offensive or special teams line. Some communication stuff going on. They fixed it. Nice snap, nice hold. And nice boot. And Yankton leads 42-6 with 8:45 to go in the second quarter. And that is $84 so far being donated to the Yankton Booster Club by way of Core Trust Bank. They're doubling down on Yankton points this season after the touchdown pass to the con man, Connor Slaba. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV. All right, here we go. Back to Crane-Youngworth Field. Sorry about that silence. It's Josh's fault.
It is my fault. I can confirm that. But what's not Yankton's fault? Well, I guess in a sense it is their fault.
You didn't give me a chance to say it's not. You're just going to actually fall on that grenade.
I'll take the blame. I'll take the blame.
There you go. And scoop kick from Yankton, picked up at the 30 or 28-yard line and brought past the 30 to the 37. And that's where Mitchell will take over. This game has been very much on Yankton's side.
Right, and part of that is the turnovers on the Mitchell side of the football. They had the pick 6, another pick inside the 10, the fumble there that gave Yankton the ball inside the 30. Obviously, need to clean that up as this game continues here. The turnovers have been a real issue. You find yourselves down 36 here in the second quarter.
And Mitchell has trip receivers near side. One far. As Hartman's back to pass. He's under some pressure. Feeser almost brought him down. He's looking downfield. Ball in the air. It's up, and it is intercepted by Yankton. The Loch Ness, Carson Ness intercepts it forward. The Bucks, he has some return room. Gets to midfield. A couple juke moves later, and he is forced out of bounds in Mitchell territory around the 47-yard line. We have a late flag going on the far side of the field well after the interception. But another Bucks turnover.
Yeah, another turnover there. That's 3 picks on the day for this defense, and a little bit of flair there on the return from Carson S. Yankton, I think they'll be holding on to this football, but we'll have to wait and see what the penalty is.
Penalty flag on the play.
Anyway, we're waiting for the officials' call. Like you said, it is over on that side, so you got to assume it's something on the return, maybe putting Yankton back a little bit here. Wait and see what happens. They're getting this ball back again. 4 turnovers for the Mitchell offense here in the first half. 3 picks and a fumble.
What's been more impressive tonight, the Yankton offense or the Yankton defense?
Well, for me, again, it's this defense, Bryce. Anytime you force 4 turnovers in a game, let alone in a half, that's some impressive football, and they're showing again. And I know, of course, this offense has been impressive as well. They've scored 5 touchdowns on the night. But a big part of that is the defense has put them in some good spots. You look at it here with a turnover inside the 10, a fumble on a special teams.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 11, 15-yard penalty.
So Elie Amaro picks up an unnecessary roughness after the interception, and that is what's going to back Yankton up, but they'll still take it. They have the ball at their own 39-yard line.
And now at the 39-yard line, good field position, but once again, got to clean up those penalties, especially after the play. That's something you don't want to see.
And we have a Kernel jump off sides. They're going to let that one go and hand up to Evan Sirk. Goes up the middle, has a lot of room, and shakes a couple defenders. And bringing all kinds of Kernels with him into Kernel territory at the 47-yard line. That's enough for Yankton Bucks first down.
Yeah, and Evan Sirk just kind of said, I'll earn those personal foul yards back for you guys here. Gets another nice run. We've seen him have some big runs tonight, a couple touchdowns as well tonight, and really continuing an impressive senior season here running the football.
Nelson, chest high snap, looking to pass. And threw over Easton Feeser on the far side. And incomplete into the Mitchell sideline and bring up 2nd and 10.
A little bit of an errant throw there from Nelson. Just kind of missed Feeser on that one. I think he had him open a little bit, but just missed on that throw. And let's see now what Yankton does here on 2nd and 10. They do have both Sheldon and Sirk in the backfield here. So we'll see what they dial up. 2 receivers on the right. Nelson's now going to take a snap, hands it off to Sheldon. Sheldon's running through a couple guys, and he's going to get this for about a gain of 9, maybe 10 on the play, and they are going to move the sticks. Bryce, an impressive first down from the big boy, Matt Sheldon.
7.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
That's enough for Yankton Bucks.
And now Easton Nelson, chest high snap, another handoff to Sheldon up the middle, and hits some Kernels on the way. Yeah, forward progress will move him forward about 3 yards.
Yeah, nice run on that one again. They're starting to feed him on this drive, and Matthew Sheldon, a couple good runs. Now Yankton moving the ball here on the ground, really at will throughout this game, but on this drive especially, it's looked impressive.
2 receivers near, 1 far. Easton Feeser in motion. Easton Nelson will keep it and dive toward the first down marker. I think he's just a yard shy. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Bucks.
Yeah, yard shy, if that. Nice quarterback run on that play. Now about 3rd and 1 here for the Bucks. Sirk in the backfield. Let's see if they hand it to the muscle, Bryce.
Do it. So 3rd and 1. Easton Nelson will hand it off to the muscle Evan Sirk. He does have the first down, and he does have some more. He's popping some Kernels here at Crane. Evan Sirk, Yankton Bucks touchdown.
Yankton Bucks touchdown once again, Evan Sirk. And, you know, we do our highlights segment at the end of the night. It's going to be a busy night for Brayden Butler the way this is rolling as he's going to read through those at the end of the game. Evan Sirk with another one. I believe that's his 3rd touchdown of the day. Really just turning on the Jets once he hits that second hole or second lane there, and another score for the Bucks as they're now up really big here in the first half.
I think you've heard me say this before, Josh, but Cale Gary, the snapper, Tate Bessie, the holder, Kevin Ortiz out for the extra point, and it's up, and it is good. It's another $14 being donated to the Yankton Booster Club by way of Cora Trust Bank. They're doubling down in Yankton points this season. Yankton leads 49-6 with 6:29 to go in the second quarter. Back in 1 minute, Yankton Bucks football.
A new choice, Lauren Nelson.
I'm Lauren Nelson. Washington, D.C. is infringing on our right to bear arms and your right to speak and obtain speech freely. The duty of peer is to stand up and be a guardian for you and your rights. I'm running for state senate so I can go to peer and hold the line against D.C. and protect the liberties we value in South Dakota.
Vote now or on Election Day, November 5th, for Lauren Nelson, District 18 Senate. Paid for by Lauren Nelson for Senate.
Moving is hard work. This is Deb Speck from Vision Real Estate, and I'd like to show you how I can make moving a little easier. From staging your home, providing moving boxes, and the use of our enclosed courtesy trailer, to the behind-the-scenes marketing, attention to detail, you can rest easy knowing you have an experienced professional working for you. Call me, Deb Speck, at 605-664-5555.
Oh. Sorry. I let the O go over on air production meeting. All right, Mitchell returns the football here at Crane-Youngworth Field. They get it to the 35-yard line.
Brings up 1st and 10.
We can talk about it. We're looking at some records in the record book. Brayden was for us, and then he just left.
He just left with the book. I wonder if he can hear us right now. Brayden, if you're hearing us, wave at us over there. He's doing a great job on camera tonight. We'll see as this continues here. Now the Yankton defense, they forced 4 turnovers here tonight. And let's see if they can keep it going here. Is now 4 to the left here for Mitchell.
Hartman pass to the middle, and it is completed right at the first down marker. It's going to be a yard shy, and Logan Bessler brings it in. And Josh, he'll deny it to this day, I'm sure, if I ask him, but I'm pretty sure he had no idea the ball was there until he caught it. It was one of those situations.
That's one of those where, like, I think he caught it, and then, like you said, realized that he caught it and kept running. Either way, now 2nd 1 here for Mitchell. Nice throw there on the slant pattern. They need to get something going on offense. Like we said, it's been a rough night. A few picks here, trying to clean it up in the second quarter.
Hartman back to pass. It's up, and it's intercepted by the Warhorse, Cale Hazelhorst. He gets it to the Mitchell 35, loses the ball out of bounds. Doesn't matter. Another takeaway for this Yankton Bucks defense, which just has steam coming out of their helmets right now.
Yeah, and I was just talking about Mitchell trying to clean up the turnovers. I think that's what we call an announcer's jinx. Cale Hazelhorst reads that one and jumps the route. His 5th pick of the season turns into the 5th turnover caused by this Yankton defense here tonight. And now Yankton trying to add to their lead, up 43 with about 5.5 to play here in the first half.
Yeah, Carson Ness tied him earlier with interceptions, and then he has to take the lead again in team interceptions. Easton Nelson pass out to Cohen Zarbach. And out to the left side, and he's upended and pops back up. He was getting nervous with his knee injury that he's coming back from. I was getting nervous when he's hit like that, but he seems to be popped up just fine.
Yeah, and Hudson Borgen made a big play on that one. The screen pass that was in the air just a little bit too long on that. Maybe wanted a little quicker. Either way, Borgen flew to the football, made a nice tackle on that play. Now Yankton lost about 6 or so on that play, I think.
All right, handoff to Cirque. Cirque to the near side, trying to get to the outside to the 35, to the 30, and is spun out of bounds at the Mitchell 27. And so now it will be 3rd and about 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah.
After you have a negative play, what's the easiest way to get those yards back? The answer is number 1, Evan Cirque. He gets the run outside there. Has a nice gain on that play, like you said, of about 10 or so on that play. Really having another great night running the football.
He had a really great night running the football at Brookings a couple weeks ago. I think we may have that kind of similar situation here tonight, as we have a stoppage of play. I think. What are we doing, boys? All right.
Yeah, Coach Muth was talking to one of the officials down at the sideline at about the 26 or so. Either way, play resumes here.
Nelson back to pass for the Bucks. Looking to the middle of the field. Has to scramble, get out of the way, and is brought down on the far side of the field. And being got 4th down.
And I think even though up big, Yankton still might go for this. This is about the 30-yard line. It's that gray area of the field. We've really only seen one field goal attempt. That was up in Brookings. It went in from Kevin Ortiz. But I think, like I said, I think you're going to see Yankton go for it here at about 4th and 8.
Got to keep that consecutive drive thing going here. Nelson back to pass. Under some pressure, pass out to Matthew Sheldon. Receives at the 30 to the 25. Moves forward inside the 20, near the first down marker, and they got it. That's enough for Yankton Bucks first down. Pure will from Matthew Sheldon. Move the chains.
Yeah, nice job by Easton Nelson. He felt some pressure on that throw. He found his check down in Matthew Sheldon, and then Sheldon did the rest and rumbled forward for a first down.
2 receivers far, 1 near. Handoff Cirque. Cirque up the middle. And is brought down at the 15. So gain of about 4.5 on the play.
Yeah, and he's had some big runs tonight to the point, Bryce, where 4 yards. I felt that was short on that play. And then I look up and he got about 5 yards on that play. He once again having another nice run there.
Mitchell jumps off sides.
Flag on the play.
I'll move Yankton forward. 3:07 to go in the first half. Yankton leads 49-6.
Encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd and 1.
It's actually 3rd and 1 now for the Bucks.
Correction.
Second one.
Down.
Just listening to the officials. That's what I get. 2nd and 1 for the Bucks. And Nelson, chest high snap, rolls left, looking for Slava. Slava has to dive after that one. It was short and to the outside. Slava did his best shortstop impression, but couldn't quite bring it in.
Yeah, and that's a tough catch to make on the run there. Nelson rolls out, skips it just a little short on that. And I think that's an okay play call there if you're Yankton. It's 2nd and 1. You know you have that run play in your back pocket if you want to go for that on 3rd and 1. So they decided to take a shot there on the pass.
And now going up the middle for Yankton and brought down at the 9-yard line will be Evan Sirk. I think they have enough for the first down.
Yeah, just enough for the first down on that one. And Sirk fought for the extra yard on that. Now Yankton sitting with 1st and goal here.
That's enough for Yankton Bucks. First down.
2 receivers far, 1 near. Nelson, quick pass out to Slava at the 10. Lowers the shoulder pads and is brought down by a couple of Kernels right at the 7-yard line. So a small gain on the play for Yankton.
Yeah, and Mitchell's done a nice job of identifying those screens tonight. You saw it there on that one. Slava was able to get a couple yards, but he still took a tough hit on that one. Credit to him for fighting through it, though. And, of course, tough as always, getting back up and ready to go.
Nelson rolls to the right side. Flags are out. Looking toward the end zone. To the back to Carson Ness. Brings it in. As it stands right now, touchdown Yankton, but they're not even signaling that. I think this one's coming back.
Yeah, and I think it's a hold, but the penalty was thrown pretty early into that. I think they are signaling a hold, but, yeah, like I said, that first flag was thrown really early into that play.
Oh, I just heard someone in the crowd say too many guys in the field. Maybe.
Illegal participation.
Oh, there you
on
go.
The offense. 15-yard penalty from the previous.
Yeah, so too many guys on the field, Josh. We haven't seen that one yet this year.
Yeah, but that's just a 5-yard penalty, Bryce. That's something else. Illegal participation, 15 yards. I believe that's something else. I don't know who they're flagging for that one. I don't know. Maybe if that was someone on the sideline or what. But yeah, no, that's more than too many men on the field. I don't know exactly what was called there.
Let's send Brayden Butler down to the field.
I like that idea.
Just volunteering for everything. 2 receivers near, 1 far, 2 back set. His 2nd and goal from infinity. Or the 22. And this actually it's going to back him up even more. We have a false start going on the Bucks.
Yeah, false start there. I think a guy jumped, causing a Mitchell guy to go outside. That's 66 on that play. Austin Conway, the left tackle on that one, who got started a little early on that play.
All right, 2nd and goal from the 27.
2nd goal for the Bucks at the 27-yard line.
You know, Bryce, we did see Yankton in a situation like this early in the game. They had 1st and goal from the 20, and Sirk took it in on one play.
Nelson back to pass, scrambles, gets out to pressure, far side of the field, looking downfield, will keep it himself, sheds a tackle, gets to the 15, and lunges forward for a big gain for the Bucks. And that is what Easton Nelson does really well. He makes a decision early, but he gets something out of nothing.
Yeah, something out of nothing there. It looked like he was going to be stopped after a short gain, gets it all the way down to about the 11. A little bit more manageable of a play here as the scoreboard has actually gone out here at Crane. Play clock is glitching too. It's stuck at 8. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. But we are currently stopping play on the field. Like I said, the scoreboard has gone out here. Score is 49-6. But it is blank, under 3 to play here. Now we're going to wait, see if they can figure this out.
There's a minute 47 left in the half.
Yeah, under 2. It looks like minute 47 left here in the first half is what they're saying over the PA here at Crane. And both teams have left the field here as they're trying to get, or at least going over to the sideline as they're trying to get this issue figured out.
Yeah, new scoreboard installed here at Crane-Youngworth Field, so there's bound to be some technical glitches. But we'll step aside as well as we have a timeout on the field. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Yankton Bucks football on KYNT and KYN TV.
Traveling to Yankton for business or pleasure? Then book your stay at Yankton's 2 best hotels. the Fairfield Inn and Suites and Holiday Inn Express. Both are conveniently located to everything in Yankton. Both offer complimentary hot breakfasts and meeting rooms for business travelers. And if you want a great rate and still be able to change your reservation without a hassle, call either hotel direct. The Fairfield and Holiday Inn Express, 2 great hotel choices when visiting or arranging rooms for guests to Yankton.
All right, so we just got word that the officials are going to keep time on the field. And we have Austin Cottle running our scoreboard for us here for KYNT and KYNTV. So hopefully he can just, do his best over there.
Austin Cottle, welcome to the show. That's all I got to say about that one here. As Yankton now has 3rd and goal from about the 12-yard line, up 49-6 here with about 1:47 left in the first half.
Connor Slaba in motion. Easton Nelson pass to the far pylon to Carson Ness. Too tall and out of the back of the end zone. Incomplete pass brings up 4th and goal. And I think we're going to have a field goal attempt. Josh, our second official field goal attempt of the season.
Yeah, and we saw them succeed or convert that other one up in Brookings a few weeks ago. Let's see if they can get another one here. And I think this is good reps to have if you're Yankton. You never know in the postseason when you might need a big field goal or something like that. And I think this is good reps for Kevin to get here, and you're going to see another one here. Right now, score is 49-6, by the way, here with under 2 to play.
And nice snap, nice hold. Kick is up and is good. A 29-yard field goal for the Bucks makes the score. Wait, what was the score?
Score is 52-6, Bryce. That is
52-6, and Yankton is on top. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Yankton Bucks football, KYNT and KYNTV.
FM 102.1 and AM 1450, KYNT. Yankton.
Get it cleaned with Buell's.
Dress shirts, suits, dresses, coats. At Buell's, they specialize in dry cleaning and pressing. You can pick it up or even have it delivered.
Got a tough stain you're worried about getting out? Leave it to Buell's. They're experts in getting out those nasty stains.
Do you wash your own comforter? If you really want it clean, let Buell's do it. Their large-size washers are perfect for comforters.
If you need it clean, take it to Buell's. 444 West 3rd, Yankton.
Boston Shoes to Boots is proud to support Yankton High School athletics. Boston Shoes to Boots is your headquarters for quality and comfortable shoes for the whole family. From athletics and work boots to sandals and dress, we have you covered by our popular brands like Brooks, New Balance, Birkenstock, Red Wing, Keen, and so many more. Shop our location downtown at 313 Cedar Street or visit us online at bostonshoestoboots.com. Boston Shoes to Boots, your footwear expert since 1915.
All right, some kind of time is on the clock, and Yankton is kicking off. Liam Villanueva back. It's going to be Borgen. We'll let this kick sail out of bounds, and Mitchell will take over on their own 35, and was here for the time.
Yeah, time not 100% sure. Score is 52-6, though. Bucks lead here late into this first half. Free kick out of bounds is the call. So Mitchell will get the ball here at about the 35, as they've had 5 turnovers here. 4 picks in this first half. This Yankton defense, opportunistic. And you saw in the last drive once again from Cale Hazelhorse, the Warhorse, jumping around and getting a pick.
There you go. Put some respect on the name, Josh.
I think I emphasized it. I think I got you.
You did. All right, ball in 35, as you mentioned. Hartman back to pass. Under some pressure. Feeser maybe held again. He really wants that sack. And Hartman scrambles forward for a gain of about 7 on the play. Easton Feeser can't catch a break.
Can't catch a break, but either way, forced the quarterback to have to climb the pocket. Hartman did a good job of climbing up and getting some good yards out of that, but Feeser got some good pressure on that play.
And Hartman back to pass. Pass in the middle. Intercepted by Matthew Sheldon. And Sheldon takes it over and is down at the 50. And the bombshell goes off. Matthew Sheldon, and that's the fifth takeaway from the Bucks.
Fifth turnover here. No, sixth turnover,
Sixth
Bryce.
turnover.
5 interceptions and a fumble. And it feels like we're going to start calling this defense Oprah tonight. You get an interception. You get an interception. You get an interception. It's Yankton defense forcing turnovers, doing really well here, up big in the first half. Another turnover there. That time, it's the senior linebacker picking off as we have about 55 seconds left here in the first half, Bryce. The scoreboard is out here, Cranes. We'll update you best we can. Scores 52-6. 55 seconds left in the first half. Yankton with the ball at midfield.
Connor Slaba in motion. Handoff. Evan Sirk. Sirk now is going to be brought down after a gain of 2 on the play. Second and $8.
Yeah, not much on that one. I think Yankton potentially here, Bryce, might just be content, obviously, with taking this to halftime up big here on Mitchell in the first half.
And again, for those that are wondering why things sound off a little bit, obviously we rely on the scoreboard a lot too as broadcasters, but the scoreboard went out at Crane. Officials are keeping the clock on the field. And I think this might be the last play as Evan Sirk gets the handoff, goes up the middle. He's to the 35, juke move to the 30, now to the outside, to the 20, 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown Yankton! The muscle does it again. Evan Sirk is on fire here tonight.
Wow. Yankton just trying to run that clock out to half, and Evan Sirk had other ideas. He takes that one to the house. Yankton up really big in this one, as they're about to go up 59-6, extra point pending here. But a nice run from Evan Sirk, and I believe that's his 4th touchdown here in the first half.
As you mentioned, extra point pending. It's another $14, again pending, being donated to the Yankton Booster Club by way of Core Trust Bank. They're doubling down on Yankton points this season. That's Core Trust Bank. And Kevin Ortiz puts it through the uprights, 59-6. Okay, so that is the first half. And what a first half it was for Yankton. Your scoreboard update again, 59-6. Yankton on top. That is brought to you by SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab. Their number one goal at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab is to make each patient feel at home and know they're truly there to help you live a healthier, pain-free life. SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, the go-to place for specialized wellness and therapy. Visit them at SWATchiropracticandrehab.com. We'll take a break, come back here with the Avera halftime report. This is Yankton Bucks football, KYNT and KYN-TV.
During October, Yankton Thrive is highlighting careers with our local manufacturers.
I'm Chelsea Sautel. I work at Aztec Industries as a material handler. Manufacturing is it for me. The way it works with my schedule is perfect. So I drop the kids off at daycare, go to work. I'm off work by the time they get out of school. Any sports events, any concerts, any events that they have, I'm available for.
Discover local career opportunities in manufacturing at yanktonsd.com.
Investing in your home is easier and more fun when you have local choices. This is Cody Miles, owner of Upper Midwest Garage Door. We offer a wide variety of American-made, unique Clopay garage doors, free in-home consultations, a digital preview of the new garage doors on your home, and the expert small-town service you deserve. Get started today with your local independent Clopay dealer, Upper Midwest Garage Door. Give us a call, stop by, or learn more at uppermidwestgaragedoor.com.
It's never a good time to find yourself stuck on the side of the road. When you do, call Gary's Towing, your trusted family-owned towing service, serving the Yankton area for over 50 years. Whether it's light, medium, or heavy towing, they've got the right equipment and the experience to get you back on the road fast. Day or night, call Gary, Mike, or Mason, 665-4351. Gary's Towing, where experience means reliability.
God, family, country. Those are my 3 foundational principles. They have not changed, and neither have I. I live by them, and I vote by them, and I put your interests first. My name is Julie Auk, and I am asking you to re-elect me for the House of Representatives this November 5th. I truly believe South Dakota is the greatest state because of our Christian values. I treasure my family, and I will continue to put you, your family, before the bureaucracy.
Paid for by Julie Auk for House.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Core Trust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from Core Trust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit coretrustbank.com today.
Member FDIC.
Imagine paid vacation, sick leave, holidays, and full medical coverage the moment you start a new job. Plus quarterly profit sharing, 5% 401k match, and a company-paid retirement plan. Your first day on the job. With Parker of Yankton, you don't have to imagine, because all these benefits begin day one. We are hiring assemblers, machine operators, material handlers, and line operation techs for both shifts. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $235. If you're looking to upgrade your career and have day one benefits, apply today at parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan. Oh, come on, ref! That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Sarah Sarda is running for State Senate District 18. Sarah, why should voters choose you?
I think they should vote for me because I've had experience and I've shown my commitment to the community. I've been in leadership positions. I try to be reasonable, listen to everybody, and then just make the best choice available.
Vote Sarah Sarda for District 18 Senate. Vote today by absentee or on November 5th. Paid for by Sarah Sarda for State Senator.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care, whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
And we're live from Crane-Youngworth Field. It's time for your halftime report, brought to you by Avera Moving Health Forward, where at the half, the Yankton Bucks up big on the Mitchell Kernels. 59-6 is your score. I'm Josh Boelter, and it's time to look at your out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential, commercial garage doors and openers through Eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized co-pay dealer. We now welcome in Brayden Butler for your out-of-town scoreboard.
Oh, out-of-town scoreboard this week. We're going to look across the river as well. Some playoff games taking place in the state of Nebraska. Why not defeated Palmer? So we'll start in Nebraska there. That's my lead in. Why not defeated Palmer 44-6? Hartington Newcastle currently trails EMF. That's Exeter Milligan Friend 50-14. That's 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And Crofton up big on Bloomfield. Minute to go in the second quarter, 52-6. Crofton up big in that would look like they'll advance to the second round of the Class D1 playoffs. In South Dakota, we got some action for you as well. Avon defeated Jones County 67-6. Bonham is down to Hill City 27-14. Gayville-Vollen currently trails Warner at the half 21-6. Irene-Wakanda is down in the second quarter to Del Rapids St. Mary 56-12. And Vermilion at the half is down to West Central 28-0. Now it's time to take a look around Class 11 AA. We do have a final, and a 11 AAA team has fallen. T-Area 15, Sioux Falls, Washington 14. The Titans end with a big regular season finale win over 11 AAA's Sioux Falls, Washington. Brookings currently leads Huron at the half 20-7. That's taking place in Huron. Pierre is up big on Douglas as they're winding down time in the second quarter, 34-0. Governor's on top. And Aberdeen Central trails Watertown 35-7. That's with a minute left in the second quarter. Halftime in Spearfish at Lyle Hare Stadium. It's 3-3 between the Spearfish Spartans and the Sturgis Scoopers. And then obviously our game in front of us, Yankton up big at the half, 59-6 over Mitchell.
All right, Brayden, thanks once again. And the score 59-6 here at the half. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with your stats and your keys to the second half. But before we do that, don't forget your broadcast booth is brought to you by Fairfield Inn and Suites Holiday Inn Express in Yankton. Get great rates and flexible reservation changes by calling the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express Hotel direct 605-653-2250. I'm Josh Boelter. We're going to go to break once again here. Score is 59-6. Yankton at halftime. We'll be back in 4 minutes.
COVID-19 cases are on the rise, and peak flu season is almost here. Save time and get the updated COVID-19 vaccine and your flu shot at the same time at Hy-Vee. Schedule your updated COVID-19 vaccine and flu shot online today, or just stop by any Hy-Vee pharmacy whenever it's convenient for you. No appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. Your Hy-Vee pharmacy is here to help you and your family stay healthy. Some restrictions apply.
This game break is brought to you by a lot of people supporting the Bucks and Gazelles. So far, these high school athletes have put on quite a show for us tonight. We've had a great and exciting game. So let's break down the highlights and get you up to speed. Hold on. Well, this is unusual. One second. We're getting word from the referee. Let's just listen in.
Due to Representative Julie Auck, Lauren Nelson, and the South Dakota Legislature's vote to cut $109 million from South Dakota public schools, we cannot afford to continue. This game is over.
Folks, this game break was a warning. Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson are attacking South Dakota's excellent education system. But you can stop them from succeeding by voting against Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson in the upcoming election. Our students are counting on you. Paid for by the Save Our Schools PAC, not endorsed by any candidate.
Our children are our state's #1 asset. Hi, this is Mike Stevens, District 18 House Representative. I have made our children my #1 legislative priority. That is why I sponsored a bill to restrict access of obscene materials from our children, and why I voted to establish minimum salaries for our teachers. Voting has already begun for the November 5th general election. Please vote, and when you see my name on that ballot, just remember, I like Mike. Paid for by Stevens for House.
Want to take the hassle out of servicing your heating or cooling system? Then sign up for the Kaiser Signature Membership Program. This is Chris Frick with Kaiser Heating and Cooling. Not only will you get peace of mind knowing your units are being serviced regularly, but being a Kaiser Signature member gives you priority service, a discount on parts and labor, and no overtime rates. Take comfort and let our qualified professional technicians keep you running.
Be the wiser and go with Kaiser. Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton.
Look at all the pictures of the resort you'd stay in every year. All you need to do is pay reasonable maintenance fees once a year. With any contract that you're signing, read and understand everything. What happens if you cancel? Can you get out of this contract? If you feel pushed into signing the contract, you need to stop and take a step back. If you have questions, contact the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
A couple days ago, a teacher came into the UPS store to print some worksheets for her classroom. As we were printing, she asked if we could help her design and print a custom banner for her school's upcoming event. Yes, we can. Hi, this is Doug at the UPS store in Yankton and Vermilion, where for over 8 years we've been serving educators, businesses, and community members with all kinds of printing solutions. Stop by today and let us assist with your next project, and be sure to ask about our shipping services or current print specials.
Do you want a job that keeps it real? At Truxedo, a real truck company, we keep it real by promoting our values of excellent service, teamwork, accountability, and innovation. Join the Truxedo team and enjoy your next career adventure. We have a variety of openings, including senior EH&S specialist and weekend maintenance technician too. So don't wait, get up, get out, and apply at realtruck.com/careers and start your next adventure with a career at Truxedo.
All right, welcome back to the Avera Halftime Reports. Let's get into your stat recap, brought to you by Mayor Signs. If it's time to review the look of your business signage, let Mayor Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including lit and non-lit digital, and much more. Contact Mayor Signs today on 4th and Broadway in Yankton. Josh.
Yeah, so we're going to start here.
Sorry about that.
All right, so we're going to start here with Mitchell. Look, 6 turnovers, a fumble on special teams, 5 interceptions for this Yankton defense, a few sacks as well. But I think we got to talk about Evan Sirk. Bryce, 200 yards rushing in the first half, 5 touchdowns, 200 yards, 5 touchdowns in the first half. Easton Nelson, he's got 128 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. His leading receiver on the night, that's Carson Ness. He's got 93 yards and a receiving touchdown. Connor Slabo, 27 yards and a touchdown as well. Really an impressive first half. And once again, cannot say it enough. Let me read this again. Evan Sirk, 200 rushing yards, 5 rushing touchdowns.
I'm just going to throw out there the school record. Scott Nedved, 1994, 222.
22 yards away. We'll see if they go back to him in the second half or what the deal is. It's the score, Bryce, 59-6. You don't see it on the scoreboard here, but ours is functioning if you're sitting at home watching it with the scoreboard. Crane went down with about 2 minutes left in that first half. They do have the clock running down, but they still haven't updated the actual score itself here on the scoreboard, so we'll keep an eye on that as it goes. But the clock is functioning.
Well, things might be coming alive here on the scoreboard, but one thing that was definitely alive, Josh, was that offense for Yankton, of course, and the defense. You already mentioned a lot of it, but you literally could not ask for a better half from either side of the ball.
Yeah, really. I mean, anytime you get 5 interceptions on defense in a half, or in any game, let alone in one half, that's impressive. And yeah, the sacks were there too. And then on offense, I mean, you got a guy in Evan Sirk that ran for 200 yards. Pass game looked awesome too. He had 130 yards for Easton Nelson, a couple touchdowns there. So really, just a great performance in that first half.
Keys to the second half brought to you by Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. Located at 2701 Foxrun Parkway in Yankton. Josh, what does Yankton need to do to secure this victory?
I think just keep healthy. Keep healthy, Bryce. I mean, you're up 53 points. That's a lot of points to come back from, obviously. Health is the key, especially with the playoffs coming up next week. Now it's just about keeping your guys in good shape, in good condition here. Make sure you're 100% going into next week.
All right, well, step aside, come back with your second half action. This is Yankton Bucks football, KYNT and KYNTV.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Unexpected injuries happen on the playground, at the game or practice, at home or at work. But with Yankton Medical Clinic's Orthopedics Department, you can be seen today. Board-certified physicians Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera have a combined 25 years experience, 5-star patient ratings, and are now accepting walk-ins. If you suffer a break, fracture, sprain, or strain anywhere head to toe, you can be seen today. Get on the road to recovery faster with walk-in appointments, now available in orthopedics at Yankton Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
FNBO is the great big small bank. And for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com, member FDIC.
Whether you're nearing retirement or already enjoying it, I'll help you create a financial plan that works best for you. I'm Adam Boelter with Vantage Financial. I believe financial planning should be as enjoyable as a day spent fishing or pheasant hunting. If you want personalized investment planning, retirement strategies, and insurance reviews tailored to your unique goals, let's talk. Search Adam Boelter with Vantage Financial or visit vfplanning.com.
Vantage Financial Partners is a registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute an endorsement of Vantage by the SEC, nor does it indicate that Vantage has attained a particular level of skill or ability.
You want peace of mind that you're healthy. Support your breast health by getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. Multiple Avera Breast Center locations across the region offer easy access. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. You have access to specialized breast cancer experts should you need it. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
Are you suffering from a recent injury or chronic pain?
Come see us, Lane and Reed Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of techniques to meet every patient's need and preference, including adjustments, dry needling, acupuncture, cupping, and rehabilitation.
We are dedicated to providing personalized and effective treatment plans to help you perform at your highest level and feel your best.
Whether you're dealing with back pain, neck pain, or a sports injury, we've got you covered.
Go to swatchiropracticandrehab.com to schedule an appointment.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? Sports injuries can happen quickly, posing threats to your health and ability to participate in your regular athletic activities. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson from First Chiropractic Centers. Chiropractic care can provide pain relief from sore and aching muscles and lead to faster recovery after workout by easing the inflammation you experience, like stiffness, pain, or restricted movement. Visit with us about managing your sports injuries. First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
If you think education needs to be a higher priority with your District 18 representatives, how about Harns?
I'm Paul Harns, and I'm running for South Dakota House in District 18. I'm a former educator in the Yankton School District, and trust me, I know the importance of education for our kids and keeping the voucher system out of South Dakota education.
Vote Paul Harns for District 18 House now by absentee or on November 5th. Paid for by Harns for House.
All right, and a squib kick for Mitchell, and one of the blockers returns it. That's Matt Grotenheis as he goes to the middle of the field. Nice return for him all the way to the 45. And I don't think he was expecting to get that one, Josh, but he made the most of it.
Yeah, Matt Grotenheis with a nice return there on the squib kick as this Yankton offense takes the field. How about Evan Sirk in the first half? 200 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns. He's 23 yards away from breaking the school record for single-game rushing yards. And he is back on the field here to start the second half.
I'm hoping they give him at least one drive, right?
Yeah, you would hope on that.
I think that'd be a fair kind of shake, you know. As 2 receivers far side, 1 near. Of course, Evan Sirk, the single back. Handoff, Sirk goes up the middle and gets a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second and $7.
Yeah, and we talked about him in the first half. He was explosive, had some big-time runs there, 5 touchdowns. Doesn't get much better than what he did in that first half.
Connor Slaba in motion, handoff Sirk. Sirk to the outside, and he has plenty of room. He has the record for single yards or yards in a single game for Yankton Buck. Oh yeah, Josh, and another touchdown for Evan the Muscle Sirk.
Yeah, and that was a big play once again there. We've seen it all night long. 6 touchdowns on the night. Evan Sirk with a big-time touchdown once again, and he has just been impressive all season, and tonight especially. And school record for rushing yards in a single game. That's no easy feat, especially in a prestigious program, a lot of history like Yankton. What a play there from Evan Sirk as he's getting a hug with his head coach, Brady Muth, over on the sideline.
You're talking about a prestigious program. They're honoring Max Hawk at halftime, right? And we talked about him in the pregame. You know, this team for Yankton really wasn't, to say they weren't a passing school for the longest time is an understatement. I'm pretty sure the joke was, under Coach Max Hawk, that they threw once a year, but maybe twice if it was homecoming. You know, it was a running team. So not only an illustrious program, but also one that was very heavy in running. Congratulations to Evan Sirk.
Yeah, congratulations to him, and I think that's why you saw the starters come out there on that first drive, give him a chance to break that record. Well-deserved. A hard-working running back, and you saw right there as he gets the record on that big run, and 6 touchdowns tonight as well. Really just an impressive performance. I wonder, Bryce, who's going to win our offensive player of the game tonight?
Yep, Austin Conway. He actually has a really good job.
I mean, absolutely. Credit to the offensive line. You can't do it without the hog mollies up front.
No, but of course Evan Sirk, yes. Yeah. That's hands down. And, you know, that's actually a lot of players have had great games for the Bucks on both sides of the ball. This will be a very difficult defensive player of the game discussion to have, though.
Yeah, impressive overall tonight. As it's now a 60-point game here. What a play from Evan Sirk, breaking the single game rushing record here for the Bucks in this one.
And kick is up, and Borgen will let it go out of bounds, and Mitchell will have the ball for 35.
Yeah, and that's something that Liam, it's tough for him. He's had a couple of those tonight. Something that if there's something Yankton wants to clean up, it might be little things like that. Those kicks out of bounds in a closer game like that can make all the difference in the world.
Oh, yeah, we should have a running clock. We didn't talk about that. We should be having a running clock at this point.
Yeah, it should be at this point. I think with the touchdown, they stop it until the next drive starts. But
Ball will be placed at the 35. First down.
Ball will be placed on the 35 here for the Kernels. Bryce to start this drive in a tough first half, obviously. But looking at it here, 5 interceptions in the first half. Obviously not what you want. And those turnovers it really did, honestly, put Yankton in a lot of good positions with the football here tonight.
And so now Mitchell trying to get some more points on the board here. And is Jealous back in at quarterback. Quick handoff and a gain of a yard for the Kernels. And they get to the 36-yard line. On the carry was Parker Denny.
And Parker Denny, maybe a gain of a yard or so on that play, if that. And yeah, tough run on that one. Not much going there as this Yankton defense, once again, not giving up much at all.
10 minutes to go here in the third.
2nd and 9 for the Kernels.
2nd and 9 for Mitchell. Hand off to Borgen. Borgen now shakes a couple defenders, gets up to the second level, and should have enough for a Kernel first down. I think they're going to move the chains.
Ball to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, nice cut there. Looks like it's enough for the first down. They're moving the sticks here. And now if you're Mitchell, look, obviously at this point in the season, it is coming to an end tonight, but you want to find some things to build off here at the end of this one. And maybe if you can get a couple of scores on the board or something like that, that can really end with a positive note here on a tough season.
1st and 10, Borgen in motion. And Jealous, quick pass out to Borgen, and he will be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Yankton, nice job meeting him right at the line.
Yeah, nice job meeting him at the line, like you said. And Mitchell is just looking for a swing route there, try to get some yards in space, but to no avail. Now 2nd and 10 here for Mitchell. Let's see if they can, like I said, try to keep this drive going here after getting that first down a couple plays ago. Mitchell now in the pistol set, though. It is Jealous, the quarterback. 2 receivers left. He's going to send a man in motion. It looks like Denny is. He's looking. There's pressure on him. It was Edley Amaro in the backfield, and that pass is intercepted. And I believe that was the warhorse, Cale Hazelhorse, with his 2nd pick of the night and his 6th of the season. How about the safety, Cale Hazelhorse, jumping in front of that one once again and getting another turnover. That's 6 interceptions for Hazelhorse and 6 interceptions for this Yankton defense on the night.
There are 8.5 minutes to go in the third. Yankton's offense will take over on their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, Yankton taking over now, and I believe that is Tate Bestie now in the game here at quarterback for the Bucks, and you got to imagine we'll see him for the rest of the way here tonight.
And Bestie now, handoff. I believe that's a lot check on the carry. It is. He has a lot of room up the middle, runs into his own blocker, and probably upset he may have had enough room and speed to, possibly go for a score. He ran into the back of Brennan Gilmore, the 5'8 junior.
Yeah, ran right into the back of Gilmore, like you said, but a nice run there from said Ladwig, the junior tailback here. Guy that I know they've wanted to work into this offense as the season goes, but when you got Sirk and Sheldon, that's tough to get some carries. He's got a chance to show a little bit of something here tonight.
So Ladwig, the carry, stopped right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a very minimal gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Bucks. As I look down, some Vikings update, Josh. Christian Darrisaw was just helped off the field. So.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it to you. I did get a Twitter notification on that. I didn't want to say anything and ruin your night, but yeah, that's obviously a tough injury. One of the best linemen in football. You hope he's okay and back on the field as soon as possible.
And I think we're going to have offsides going on Mitchell right here at Crane-Youngworth Field.
Dead ball. Encroachment on the defense. Number 64.
That's exactly what it is here. That's going to move Yankton up 5 yards. Call it about 2nd and 4 here now for the Bucks. They're in that pistol formation. Bestie, the quarterback. Sedlacek in the backfield here, Bryce. And see what happens as Bestie takes the snap, hands it off to Sedlacek. He bounces it out to the left. He's got a first down and more. He's still going past the 30, down to the 25, makes a cut to the 20 where he's going to be brought down. What a run from Jay Sedlacek. There is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back, but as it stands right now, Jay Sedlacek, the junior back, with a good run.
Yeah, so flag on the field. We'll see what this is.
Usually in that area, and I think that's what they're signaling is holding. Obviously a spot foul, so we'll see where this is. Put the Bucks back, but takes away a big run for the junior tailback.
Clock is still running here at Crane. We have running clock. I think it only stops for scores and timeouts.
And it looks like they're going to walk from about where it would be a 2nd and 1. So this will be about a 2nd and 11, maybe a 2nd and 12 now. So it looks like it was once he was past the line with that spot foul, but maybe that's what sprung it at the end there. But either way, a holding, wiping out that big run there for Jay Sedlacek.
All right, it's Tate Bestie in the offense. Come back out. Single back set it. Sedlacek. 2 receivers near and far. Bestie. Pitch option. Keep it himself. Turn up field and be stopped again. Right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard on the play.
Mitchell did a nice job of reading that pitch option outside, and Bestie did a good job of saying, okay, pitch is kind of taken away on that. Might as well eat it and see what you can get out of that. No need to force anything and potentially turnover. But now 3rd and 10 here for Yankton from about the 49 of Mitchell here, Bryce.
And 2 receivers far side. Sedlacek, single back. We have the up back. Right on top of the Yankton logo. Bestie rolling left. Looking down the field for, I think that's Brendan Gilmore, and overshoots him there. Gilmore kind of held up on the route that landed about the Mitchell 15.
Yeah, and Bestie just took a shot on that one, throwing it up, giving a chance there to his guy Gilmore. 3rd and 10 on that play, and I believe, Bryce, this is the first time we've seen the Yankton punt team tonight. And it's not Matthew Sheldon out there handling it. It's going to be Liam Villanueva. He handles the kickoffs for the Bucks, and he's going to have the first punt of the night here for Yankton.
Yeah, it's always good to get some more guys' experience. You know, you never want to see an injury, but obviously, you know, if Matthew Sheldon would be unable to go, you know, we're at playoff time. You want to get some more experience in the field. And kind of a short punt at that. And it does go out of bounds at the Mitchell 37. And that's where Mitchell will take over.
Yeah, take over here with good field position for Bryce. I tell you right now, I think what they're preaching on the middle or on the Mitchell sideline right now is hold on to the football. 6 interceptions here tonight. You gotta be a little cautious when throwing the ball. 3 for each of the quarterbacks tonight for Mitchell, Hartman and Jealous, and it is going to be Jealous back there again. We'll see if he can cure some of those turnover woes that Mitchell's had here in this game.
So Jealous and company and the near hash marks. Mitchell moving right to left on your screen or listening dial. Morgan in motion, handoff to Denny. Denny tries to bounce to the near side. He does shake a couple of Yankton Bucks and is brought down at the Mitchell 38-yard line, gain of 1.
Denny tried to make something out of nothing there. Felt like he was going to get tackled about 5 yards in the backfield. Winish cleans it up and only lets him get about a gain of 1 on the play. But credit there to Denny on that play to at least get a yard.
3:07 to go in the third. Your third quarter sponsors today: First Chiropractic Center, making life better, one adjustment at a time. Located at 2507 Foxton Parkway in Yankton. And Truxedo, a real truck company. Mitchell and company, ball on their own 38-yard line. Handoff, Morgan outside, following his right tackle, bounces to the 40. Cuts up field, gets to the 45. They're going to mark him out right at that 45-yard marker. A nice gain for Mitchell, and Morgan really explosive on that second burst.
Yeah, he did a nice job of cutting that one out, getting a few yards here. Now 3rd and short for Mitchell. Obviously, I think at this point, if they don't get it, they'll probably go for it here and try to keep this drive alive. But now let's see what they do on 3rd and short. A lot of what they went to in that first half was the screen game. It didn't really have a ton of success, but they went to it a lot, and we'll see maybe if they go back to it here. And this is that empty set that they've been going to, that 5 wide where they would go for a screen. Maybe see it to the left side here with Trips out there.
And Jealous past the middle of the field. It is brought in for Mitchell, and it'll be a big gain for Reindl. And he is brought down at the Yankton, at the 17-yard line. A giant gain for the Kernels. A beautiful pass in the middle of the field from Jealous.
Yeah, nice pass from Jealous there. Hits the slant route and gets a big gain there. Does Brendan Reindl, and now we'll see what Mitchell does here. As they're bringing in and out a lot of subs on this play. See what happens here is there's about a minute 30 or so left in the third quarter. Mitchell huddling up here.
We're at 1:25 to go in the third quarter.
Bryce, this clock's running down. They only got about 10 seconds here, and they're still in the huddle. They just broke it now. We'll see if they get this off. I think we are going to get a timeout here from the Kernels.
Timeouts brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When it's time for a new job, maybe a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds, Yankton Bucks football, KYNT and KYN TV.
Today's world is changing, and you need your general liability plan to change along with it. If you're a business owner, give me, Skylar Sherman with Missouri River Associates, a call, and let's check your policies. Since you're busy running the business, I'll do all the legwork, so feel free to call, email, or stop down 124 Walnut Street in Yankton.
Are you new to Medicare or turning 65 soon? Have you met IRMA? Who's IRMA? IRMA is an additional Medicare tax that comes into play based on your tax filing income. Let's chat today to see if you'll be meeting IRMA in your Medicare future. Missouri River Associates.
Welcome back to Crane-Youngworth Field, where your score with 1:15 left in the third quarter is 66-6. Yankton well on their way to a victory here for their 5th straight of the season. I'm Josh Boelter with Bryce Ladwig, of course, here tonight. Bryce, and how about Evan Sirk setting the single-game record for rushing yards here in Yankton Buck history?
You had a pretty good game.
Yeah, just a pretty good game.
And we have a halfback toss and a halfback pass going down and brought in. I think we have to Jealous, and that's Jealous at the 7 or 8 yard line. And Josh, that was unique. That's the second halfback pass we've seen today.
Yeah, Mitchell have a lot of success with those halfback passes. If they had like 60 of those in their playbook,
that should be like their base offense.
Yeah, it's just the halfback pass. I love it. No, it's had some success tonight. You love seeing some of those crazy trick plays work there. As it looks like that might even be a lineman who was in there. I got looks like that's number 59, but it's hard to see.
54, and that would be Mason Herman, the 6'4" senior. And he's got the carry as well, all the way to the 5.
Yeah, and they're getting him some touches here. Obviously, as a senior, this looks like it could be his last game here for the Kernels. Getting a nice chance there to complete a pass and maybe a couple carries here.
Carson Krull on the tackle for the Bucks.
Second down for the Kernels.
Second goal for Mitchell. And off to Herman. Herman brought down in the backfield at the 10-yard line, and he is brought down by Gavin Johnson, the 5'11" junior.
A nice tackle there by Johnson. Loss in the backfield, as it looks like now we're going to take this to the fourth quarter here, Bryce.
At the end of the third quarter,
all right, your scoreboard update is brought to you by SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab. It's Yankton leading 66-6. Their number one goal at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab is to make each patient feel at home and know they are truly there to help you live a healthier, pain-free life. SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, the go-to place for specialized wellness and therapy. Visit them at SWATChiropracticandRehab.com. Quarter break brought to you by Rise Fuel. Packed with essential vitamins and nutrients, Rise Fuel gives you the power to push harder, go faster, and perform better. Fuel your ambition and unleash your potential with Rise Fuel. Back in 1 minute, Yankton Bucks football.
A new choice, Lauren Nelson.
This spring, the call to run for District 18 State Senate came after personal property rights became threatened. I was compelled to protect my family's livelihood and my children's legacy. This is Lauren Nelson, and in Pierre, I will be a champion of the freedoms and rights that identify us as Americans: speech, life, bearing arms, and property.
Vote now or on Election Day, November 5th, for Lauren Nelson, District 18 Senate. Paid for by Lauren Nelson for Senate.
God, family, country. Those are my 3 foundational principles. They have not changed, and neither have I. I live by them, and I vote by them, and I put your interests first. My name is Julie Auk, and I am asking you to re-elect me for the House of Representatives this November 5th. I truly believe South Dakota is the greatest state because of our Christian values. I treasure my family, and I will continue to put you, your family, before the bureaucracy.
Paid for by Julie Alk for House. All right, big news as we return from the break. Josh, another Yankton Bucks interception from the engine, Chase Platt, the 5'11 junior.
Yeah, Platt, that looks like that one got tipped in the air. He might have actually been the one who got his hands on it. And Platt gets the pick, though. 7 interceptions for this Yankton defense. 8 turnovers overall. There was a fumble on special teams on a kickoff return from Mitchell as well. So 8 turnovers tonight, but 7 interceptions for this Yankton defense. Wow, including one that was a pick 6 from Bodie Thurman.
Tate Bestie. Hand off to Salacek. Salacek gets into the second level and has about an 8-yard gain on the play.
Brings the ball to the 17.
Yeah, nice run there from Ladwig. He had a carry early in that last drive. They got called back. So we do have a player down here for the Kernels. Can't really see a number on that, but yeah, there is a player down here for Mitchell.
All right. We, of course, don't show that on KYN TV. We'll step aside. We'll be back here to Crane-Youngworth Field. Let's take a minute break. This is Yankton Bucks football.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan. Oh, come on, ref! That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com. Sarah Sarda is running for State Senate District 18.
This is Bernie Hunoff. In November, we're electing a new state senator, and I'm happily supporting Sarah Sarda. I'm a big fan of Sarah's leadership style. She's thoughtful, she listens. Maybe most important nowadays, Sarah Sarda has no political agenda. She just wants to make this a better place. Sarah already does that in her work career and in her amazing leadership on the school board. I'm proud to be the chair of her campaign and our committee, Sarah Sarda for State Senator, paid for this message.
Nice carry for Jason Lachek, and now another carry for Salacek. Goes up the middle, gets to the linebacking area, and another gain of a few yards on the play from the running back.
Yeah, get a couple of yards in this one. This is, once again, the keys to this half, keeping people healthy, getting some younger guys some reps, and like I said, just running this one out with hopefully avoiding any injuries or anything like that.
And Bestie and company, handoff. Salacek near side, gets to the 30, bounces outside to the 50. He's in Mitchell territory and brought down at the Mitchell 39-yard line. Jason Salacek.
Yeah, Jason Salacek with a big run, able to bounce it outside. He had one called back in the last drive, and he gets his redemption here and gets another big carry on that one. Really an impressive back. And once again, we've talked about it. That's a guy that his team's wanting to get more carries, and you see why on that play.
And now Bestie again, handoff. Salacek outside. That's Carson Krall on the carry. And Krall gets to the 27-yard line. So Carson Krall get some carries.
Yeah, and I don't know if it matters who Yankton puts back there on the football, Bryce. They've had themselves a day in that backfield. Once again, of course, Evan Sirk set a school single-game record rushing-wise, and 6 touchdowns, well over 250 yards rushing. An impressive night from him.
May even be a single-game rushing touchdown record, but that's not labeled in the record books. So that's unofficial. And who knows, that could be another record, but we'll find out maybe. He has another carry out to the 20 from Salacek.
Yeah, once again, starting to feed Ladwig here. See if they go right back to him. You almost expect it here as when he gets his chances, he really is an impressive football player.
And now Bestie and company. Handoff, Salacek. Near side, gets the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Yankton! Jason Salacek gets Yankton back on the board here in the second half.
Yeah, touchdown Yankton once again there. That was the Ladwig drive. Big gain earlier in the drive, and then he punches that one in for a touchdown. Now the Bucks up 72-6. Extra point still pending here to make it 73. But And believe it or not, Bryce, this would not actually be Yankton's biggest win of the season. They did beat Douglas 74-6, so a couple big-time blowouts here in this season here for Yankton.
All right, and then we do have Asher Knuckles out there for the extra point. The sophomore for Yankton puts it up and puts it through the uprights. Asher Knuckles puts it through. And tonight, Josh, $146 has been donated to the Yankton Booster Club by way of Core Trust Bank. They're doubling down on Yankton points this season. Back in 1 minute, Yankton Bucks football on KYNT and KYN-TV.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care, whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
This game break is brought to you by a lot of people supporting the Bucks and Gazelles. So far, these high school athletes have put on quite a show for us tonight. We've had a great and exciting game. So let's break down the highlights and get you up to speed. Hold on. Well, this is unusual. One second. We're getting word from the referee. Let's just listen in.
Due to Representative Julie Auck, Lauren Nelson, and the South Dakota Legislature's vote to cut $109 million from South Dakota public schools, we cannot afford to continue. This game is over.
Folks, this game break was a warning. Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson are attacking South Dakota's excellent education system. But you can stop them from succeeding by voting against Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson in the upcoming election. Our students are counting on you. Paid for by the Save Our Schools PAC, not endorsed by any candidate.
KYNT, Yankton, FM 1021 and AM 1450.
All right, welcome back here to Crane-Youngworth Field. Another free kick out of bounds, and that would be ball placed at the 35 for the Kernels. 8:05 to go in the fourth. Yankton leads 73-6. Jealous pass out, and it is brought in by Borgen at the Yankton 35. He gets to the 25, to the 20, bounces to the near side to the 15, and is spun down to the turf. A huge gain for the Kernels.
A huge gain there on that play. What a pass, what a catch, and Mitchell trying to get some points here. Late in this one, there are a couple big plays in the passing game here in the second half.
So 1st and 10 for Mitchell. And they'll break their huddle. I have thoughts on Harrison Smith I want to talk to you about after.
Okay, we can talk. We can talk about the hitman.
All right, handoff. Going up the middle for Mitchell to the 5. It's Parker Denny with the touchdown for the Kernels. And now it is Yankton 73-12 with the lead, but the Kernels back on the board.
Yeah, nice run there from Denny. And now if you're Mitchell, you look at it as you can build some positive vibes here to end the season with a touchdown there. And maybe if you get the ball back, maybe another one. But either way, nice job for Mitchell there. They've scored a couple times in this game, and at least there's something to hang your hat on there.
And I think they're going to go for 2, Josh. Because I guess they did miss the extra point earlier, so try to make it an even 14.
Yeah, I got to try to cut into the lead somehow.
Stop.
Timeout, Mitchell.
Stop. So, all right, that's going to be a timeout taken by Mitchell, and we'll be back in 30 seconds as Yankton Bucks football.
This is Mike Stevens. I'm running for re-election to the South Dakota House District 18.
Hello, this is Hugh Bartle, Speaker of the House for the state of South Dakota. I'm on your radio today asking you to support Mike Stevens for state representative. Mike is a wonderful legislator, a legislator that people listen to, a legislator that gets things done. And that's the name of the game in Pierre. Thank you for voting for Mike.
When you vote, remember, I like Mike. Paid for by Stevens for House.
All right, Mitchell going for 2. And handoff up the middle, and Herman in there for the 2-point conversion. It is good. And so leading off for Yankton 73-14, 6:58 to go in the fourth. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Yankton Bucks football, KYNT and KYN-TV.
God, family, country. Those are my 3 foundational principles. They have not changed, and neither have I. I live by them, and I vote by them, and I put your interests first. My name is Julie Auk, and I am asking you to re-elect me for the House of Representatives this November 5th. I truly believe South Dakota is the greatest state because of our Christian values. I treasure my family, and I will continue to put you, your family, before the bureaucracy.
Paid for by Julie Auk for House.
COVID-19 cases are on the rise, and peak flu season is almost here. Save time and get the updated COVID-19 vaccine and your flu shot at the same time at Hy-Vee. Schedule your updated COVID-19 vaccine and flu shot online today, or just stop by any Hy-Vee pharmacy whenever it's convenient for you. No appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. Your Hy-Vee pharmacy is here to help you and your family stay healthy. Some restrictions apply.
So Miles Drotzman, Owen Isis back for the return, and it will be a Drotzman picking it up at the 17, cuts to the middle of the field. And he's upfield and brought down at the Yankton 30, and that's where the offense will take over.
Yeah, and we'll see what Yankton does here as the offense, like you said, taking over on this one. Jason Ladwig got the touchdown on the last drive. Looks like it will be Tate Bestie once again at quarterback. Ladwig in the backfield here, Bryce. And obviously, there's a 7 in there from the defense, but either way, anytime you score 60-plus, heck of a night for the offense.
And we do have, Brayden and I would know this. This is more of a Brayden joke, but we call James Simberg of the P&D the Oracle, right?
Why is that?
Well, we just ask him sometimes about random records and things, or just facts about leagues, you know.
Yeah.
But he did inform me that I guess we have the record book, but Brayden took it from us. That points in a game record for Yankton is also 31, so Cirque's 36 is in fact a record as well. So 2 records set by Evan Cirque tonight.
Wow, and he's been great. We talked about over 250 yards rushing. Then you throw in 6 touchdowns on that. He's been great all night and, of course, all season. And really a well-deserved honor for him tonight to break that record.
Solachek run up the middle for a few yards. Yeah, thank you to James Simberg of the Yankton Press and Dakotan. Big fan. Big fan.
Yeah, big fan. Love working with James and Alex and the crew over there. Hi, Alex. He's looking at us over from the booth. He's waving at me now. Yeah, now third and call it 4 here for the Bucks. Bryce is Yankton in the gun with Ladwig and Bestie in the backfield.
A pitch option, and Bestie will keep it himself. Go up the middle, and we'll have enough for a Yankton Bucks first down. I don't know about that Alex guy, though. You know, we like Alex.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's pretty cool. He rode up with us to the T-trip last week. It was a fun trip. Anyways, first down there for Bestie. Chose to keep that one. Nice decision on that. He fights for first down there with just under 5 to play.
Trips receivers near side. Bestie, handoff to Sedlacek, goes up the middle and gains about 3 or maybe 4 yards on the carry. And Sedlacek is going to get most of his season carries in this game.
Yeah, and and he's a guy, once again, we've talked about him, that really is, you don't, obviously, outside of an injury, you don't want to see any injuries, but if a back were to go down or something, he's a guy that would all of a sudden have a much bigger role in that offense. You want to see him get some carries in a situation like this and get some reps.
Solachek carry up the middle. And another hard-earned 3 yards on the carry.
Solachek brings the ball to the 47-yard line.
4:10 to go in the fourth. 73-14. Bucks lead.
Brought down by number 53, Brendan Wontuck.
It's like Madden McQuaid just subbed into the game here for the Bucks, Bryce.
And hand up to Sedlacek. Has enough for Yankton. Bucks first down. They'll keep moving the chains as the clock keeps ticking. Yankton is trying to drain this clock. and celebrate going 7-2 on the season.
And what, I wouldn't call it a turnaround, but what a response as they started 2-2 to start this season, Bryce. Then you rattle off 5 in a row, looking like you are going to lock up at least home field throughout the playoffs here, pending. I mean, we're pretty sure on that with the seed points and things like that. So what a really a response there after starting 2-2 to get to 7-2 and to this point. And how about that defense? And just the things they've done. Forced 8 turnovers tonight, and outside of this game, hadn't given up more than 7 really since the Harrisburg game. It really has been an impressive performance from this team in these last 5 games.
Salacek on the outside after an 8-yard gain. He has an even bigger one this time. The far side inside the red zone, brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. And as you were talking about the season, Josh, you know, those 2 losses for Yankton, one of them comes against one of the best teams at 11 AAA, the Harrisburg Tigers, who were here, and Yankton gave them a real fight for, I can't remember, I think it was almost 3 quarters.
It was a 1-score game in the 3rd quarter, yeah.
And then Watertown, where Yankton will say Watertown's a really good team, and but Yankton had a lot of mistakes in that matchup.
Yeah, there were a lot of penalties on both sides in that game, a few turnovers, very uncharacteristic of this Yankton team. And, you know, obviously I think they're hoping for a chance to maybe get redemption and see those guys again maybe at some point. And depending on the seeding and how matchups go, that could be a potential dome matchup.
Ball on the 10. Pitch option. Tate Bestie will keep it. He'll go off to the right side, and he's the best. Tate Bestie with a rushing touchdown for Yankton. Makes the score 79-14 in favor of Yankton. The quarterback goes in there for the score.
How about Tate Bestie cutting back on that one and getting it into the end zone? Yankton now trying to make this a clean 80 points here on the night if they can get this extra point, Bryce, and really just kind of putting the finishing touches on what was a really good night of football for the Bucks.
Asher knuckles up for the extra point. It's up, and it is good. 80-14, Yankton on top. Minute 58 to go in the 4th. Back in 1 minute. This is Yankton Bucks football.
This game break is brought to you by a lot of people supporting the Bucks and Gazelles. So far, these high school athletes have put on quite a show for us tonight. We've had a great and exciting game. So let's break down the highlights and get you up to speed. Hold on. Well, this is unusual. One second. We're getting word from the referee. Let's just listen in.
Due to Representative Julie Auck, Lauren Nelson, and the South Dakota Legislature's vote to cut $109 million from South Dakota public schools, we cannot afford to continue. This game is over.
Folks, this game break was a warning. Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson are attacking South Dakota's excellent education system. But you can stop them from succeeding by voting against Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson in the upcoming election. Our students are counting on you. Paid for by the Save Our Schools PAC, not endorsed by any candidate.
Kick return for Mitchell, gets to the 25-yard line. And that's where they will take over, as we're at 1:45 to go here in the 4th. Yankton leads 80-14.
80-14, obviously. Couldn't ask for much better of a night here if you're the Bucks, and now you get a chance here to head into the playoffs, looking like they will have a very real chance based on what happened tonight, and with the seed points to be that top seed here in 11 AA.
And by the end of the night, we might have some playoff matchups that we know of. So
yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. And if we get those tonight, we'll keep you updated. And obviously, we'll have that tomorrow morning as well for you once those release.
All right, past the middle of the field for Mitchell, and incomplete.
Number 7, Lincoln Bottom's pass is incomplete.
And Mitchell wants a pass interference, and
Number 31, Braylon Hoover.
I think everyone else wants to go home.
Yeah, I think that's where the players are at too on this one. Is this clock is rolling down here with under 40 seconds to play. 80-14, Bryce. 80-14. What a performance here for the Bucks, especially, and we talk about the offense. Evan Sirk, he had over 250 yards, school record for single game rushing, 6 touchdowns there as well. Then the defense forcing 7 picks, and then they had the fumble on the special teams play as well. Impressive all-around performance.
Pass to midfield is brought in by Kendon Skinner, the 5'11 junior, and to the 47-yard line in Mitchell territory. And this will be the final play of the game here. Yankton will improve. After this final play, pass, Hail Mary, and incomplete. Yankton improves to 6-2 on the season. Excuse me, 7-2 on the season, and 6-1 in ESD play. Congratulations to the Yankton Bucks. Your final score, 80-14. Yankton wins in decisive fashion, and we have a lot to talk about, Josh, coming up in our post-game breakdown, brought to you by Sarah Sarda for State Senator.
Yeah, and an impressive performance tonight. Evan Sirk, single-game rushing record, 6 touchdowns as well. Couldn't ask for a better senior night for the senior running back. Then, of course, the defense, we talked about 7 interceptions, an all-around performance.
All right, fourth quarter sponsors, Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. Located at 2701 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton. And MT&RC Smith Insurance, an independent insurance agency offering you a variety of products for your individual, family, and business needs. Your scoreboard update brought to you by SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab. Their number one goal at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab is to make each patient feel at home and know they are truly there to help you live a healthier, pain-free life. SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, the go-to place for specialized wellness and therapy. Visit them at SWATchiropracticandrehab.com. We'll be back with your post-game breakdown here in a moment. This is Yankton Bucks football defeating Mitchell Kernels 80-14.
I love 1919 root beer. It's the best over a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. My favorite is just ice cold 1919 poured over crunchy ice. It's so refreshing. It's the creamiest root beer ever.
1919 root beer is the perfect treat. Brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients. It's the creamiest, full-bodied, alcohol and caffeine-free draft root beer available. It's a taste tradition since, 1919.
This is Mike Stevens. I'm running for re-election to the South Dakota House District 18.
Hello, this is Hugh Bartle, Speaker of the House for the state of South Dakota. I'm on your radio today asking you to support Mike Stevens for state representative. Mike is a wonderful legislator, a legislator that people listen to, a legislator that gets things done. And that's the name of the game in Pierre. Thank you for voting for Mike.
When you vote, remember, I like Mike. Paid for by Stevens for House.
The Boathouse is for everyone. Axe throwing, mini bowling, shuffleboard, beanbag, golf, pool, and darts. Plus awesome food and drinks with lots of cold craft beers and other beverages. Some say the Boathouse is the most fun you can have on land. Trivia on Tuesday nights, music bingo on Wednesdays with live music on Friday night. This is downtown Yankton's fun gathering place for all ages. If you can't be on the boat or at a Bucks or Gazelles game, then it's the Boathouse.
Want to take the hassle out of servicing your heating or cooling system? Then sign up for the Kaiser Signature Membership Program. This is Chris Frick with Kaiser Heating and Cooling. Not only will you get peace of mind knowing your units are being serviced regularly, but being a Kaiser Signature member gives you priority service, a discount on parts and labor, and no overtime rates. Take comfort and let our qualified professional technicians keep you running.
Be the wiser and go with Kaiser. Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
Your football party will be a touchdown when you serve up Sheboygan brats, summer sausage, cocktail smokies, and natural casing wieners. Game day is better with Sheboygans. Produced with pride at American Food Groups in Yankton.
The way you taste is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
Look at all the pictures of the resort you'd stay in every year. All you need to do is pay reasonable maintenance fees once a year. With any contract that you're signing, read and understand everything. What happens if you cancel? Can you get out of this contract? If you feel pushed into signing the contract, you need to stop and take a step back. If you have questions, contact the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Are you ready to drive home your savings? For a limited time, Explorers CU is offering an incredible deal on auto loans. They'll beat your current auto loan rate by up to 2% on new and used vehicle refinances from other institutions. Choose from a variety of terms to fit your budget and lifestyle. Enjoy a fast, easy application and approval process with no application fee. Don't miss out on this fantastic opportunity to save. Visit us at explorerscu.com to learn more and apply today.
At Triple Time Rudy's, not only do you get top-notch fuel to keep you on the move, but it's a destination for delicious local treats. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. It's your community's pit stop for more than just fuel. Triple Time Rudy's supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, stop by Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
The mission of State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Hi, I'm Roy Wilcox with State Farm Insurance. We have been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, we're here to help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Give me a call or stop by anytime.
Call Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance today, 665-7140. Find more at roywilcox.com.
A couple days ago, a teacher came into the UPS store to print some worksheets for her classroom. As we were printing, she asked if we could help her design and print a custom banner for her school's upcoming event. Yes, we can. Hi, this is Doug at the UPS store in Yankton and Vermilion, where for over 8 years we've been serving educators, businesses, and community members with all kinds of printing solutions. Stop by today and let us assist with your next project, and be sure to ask about our shipping services or current print specials.
All right, welcome back here to the Sarah Starter for State Senator postgame breakdown. Find out more about Sarah's campaign online at sarahstarterforstatesenator.com or scan the QR code on your screen. Time for our post-game coach interview brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland State Farm. And now bring in my favorite play caller outside of Kevin O'Connell of the Vikings, Coach Terry Huber. Coach, first of all, congratulations for senior night, for an unofficial, but I'm going to go and say a team scoring record, and for an offense that allowed Evan Sirk to have the single game rushing record and possibly the points record. A lot of records falling tonight as an 8-0 was put up on the board.
Yeah, you know, I tell you what, it's a big win for Yankton, and I could not be more proud of these guys. You know, we went out there, nobody's going out there to try to set records. You're going out there to win a football game, and they all came in with the mindset that they're going to come in and they're going to do everything that they can to dominate every play. You know, I want them to have that mindset of we're going to score every play, and if they do it, that's awesome. If they don't, you know, we're going to get it the next play, and I want them to have that mindset. You know, Sirk, hats off to that man. He went out there and he balled out, and I know the best part about him is he's going to share that with every single one of those guys in that offense, and those guys are all so dang proud of him. I couldn't be happier for him.
Yeah, and defensively, this team. Wait, Josh, what did we come up with, 7?
Yeah, I was going to say, I liked your game plan tonight, Coach. I think you guys halfway through the week said, what if we forced 8 turnovers, including 7 interceptions? Do you think that's a sustainable thing?
I tell you what, that defense has been just unstoppable. You know, I think unmatched this season where they're sitting right now. You know, and I know people are always like, you know, I wouldn't take anybody else, but the real deal with these guys, I don't want any other defense. I want these guys out there because, you know, they make my job a little bit easier, and them putting the pressure on there, it's so much fun watching them fly around. I tell them all the time, you know, when we go into film that Saturday morning, seeing all the hats to the ball, that is one of the things that gets my juices flowing. You know, I may be calling the offense, but I love the entire game of football, and they do it the right way on the defensive side of the ball.
You know, this is one of those things that get ready for the Coach's Corner Saturday, because we're going to go over a lot of guys.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about the team. You know, Carson Ness, huge game. Connor Slava, big game.
Yes.
Obviously, Evan Sirk, Easton Nelson,
yes.
a big game. Hey, Jason Lachek, bunch of carries at the end of the game. He had some big runs as well. But, of course, this offensive line making things happen for Yankton.
You know, I told those guys earlier in the week and that, you know, it's just been a special season. You know, you always get that little feeling where, like, you know, you've had some special moments before, but as a season as a whole, the bond that these guys have created with each other, they've been playing with each other for the last couple of years, filling in, whether it's different spots. You know, we lost a few guys this last season, and the guys that filled in this year, they came in, and they're part of the group. And, you know, I always tell them, a mentality that I learned as an O-lineman is that you got to play like a fist. You know, you got to be five fingers working together. Because if you're not, you know, you're gonna break a finger and nothing goes well that way. But if we're gonna go out there and we're gonna try to be in a dogfight, and we're gonna try to come out alive, we got to play like a fist. And these guys really own into that mentality. You know, you'll probably see a few of them going around. They made some awesome shirts. You know, the Pancake Platoon, and just that camaraderie that they have. It's just been phenomenal, and you can see it on the field. It's so impressive to me to see how excited they are, and you know, they're all coming off the field and they want those guys like Cirque and Shelley and Ness and Easton and Slav, all those guys, they want them to get their names in the paper because they understand what sacrifice means, and I love this group of guys.
And Coach, I know it's a week away and you don't want to look ahead too early yet, but how important is home field going into the playoffs here? And I know it's whoever, wherever, but how important is that?
There's no other place I'd want to play. We have the best fans in the state, one of the best locations, if not the best. I think it's the best. People can argue me on that all they want, but I think this is the best place to play in the state. There's only one other spot I want to play, and that's the last game that we can't play here. Is just down the road 30 minutes. So I am so excited for our fans to get these opportunities, but for these players to get these memories. You know, they're going to remember these forever. Seeing those guys out on the field at halftime, that's a special moment for all these guys to witness. Is those guys, those guys coming back and the legacy that all those guys have left, and these guys trying to continue that legacy and improve on it as much as they can when they get their turn. And you know, I'm just so excited we get a home playoff run, and I hope that we make the most of it.
And talking to Coach Muth a couple weeks ago, one thing that really stuck with me that he said stood out about this group is you have a lot of guys who are seniors that are really getting their first opportunities as ones and things like that. Just talk about that senior group here on senior night.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been sitting there and they've been biting at the bit. They want their turn, and they finally got it, and they are taking control of it. You know, everything that these guys are doing, we see the daily stuff that a lot of people don't get to see, and the hard work they're putting in, the effort, the film watching, coming in, doing the extra work that people don't really notice. You know, yeah, you got to be at practice, but they don't see the extra stuff these guys are putting in. And then, you know, I think it's special too to know that these guys are big community guys. You know, this senior class to me has reached out to as many kids and fans and tried to help as much as they can around the town because they understand what Buck football means to Yankton. And I think, you know, that to me is going to be one of the best things that I cherish, is seeing these guys out there and how much of an impact that they've made. Just with, like you said, maybe it's their first season getting playing time. They're making the most of every aspect of Buck football.
Well, Coach, we have a day between our show, but we'll talk on Saturday about how you guys literally broke the scoreboard.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. We'll talk about it, and congratulations to you, the coaching staff, and the team for a big victory.
Appreciate it.
All right, Coach Terry Huber. We'll take a break, come back, continue here on the postgame breakdown.
Do you want a job that keeps it real? At Truxedo, a real truck company, we keep it real by promoting our values of excellent service, teamwork, accountability, and innovation. Join the Truxedo team and enjoy your next career adventure. We have a variety of openings, including senior EH&S specialist and weekend maintenance technician too. So don't wait. Get up, get out, and apply at realtruck.com/careers and start your next adventure with a career at Truxedo.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Unexpected injuries happen on the playground, at the game or practice, at home or at work. But with Yankton Medical Clinic's Orthopedics Department, you can be seen today. Board-certified physicians Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera have a combined 25 years experience, 5-star patient ratings, and are now accepting walk-ins. If you suffer a break, fracture, sprain, or strain anywhere head to toe, you can be seen today. Get on the road to recovery faster with walk-in appointments. Now available in orthopedics at Yankton Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
So, you need a new vehicle. What's the best vehicle for you? Where do you get financing? What's your trade worth? Answer all these questions and more at BillionAuto.com. You can compare 16 new car brands and thousands of used vehicles, all in the palm of your hand at BillionAuto.com. Plus, estimate the trade value of your vehicle in 2 easy steps. It's car buying made easy. Apply for credit pre-approval at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted, not all approved.
FNBO is the great big small bank. And for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back to the post-game breakdown, brought to you by Sarah Sarda for State Senator. Find out more about Sarah's campaign online at sarahsardaforstatesenator.com or scan the QR code on your screen. We are in the broadcast booth, brought to you by Fairfield Inn and Suites and Holiday Inn Express in Yankton. Get great rates and flexible reservation changes by calling the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express Hotel Direct 605-653-2250. Our post-game coach interview was brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. It's Rhonda Westland State Farm. It's time for our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specialized in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized Clopay dealer. We bring in literally the only guy that could do this, Brayden Butler.
Thank you. Anyway, it's your out-of-town scoreboard. Got some playoff matchups across the river in Nebraska. We'll talk about those first. Crofton defeats Bloomfield 64-22. Hartington Newcastle falls to EMF 50-20, and Wynot defeats Palmer 44-6. Now in South Dakota, some teams around the Yankton area before we take a look at Class 11 AA. If my app wants to load, it does not, but I digress. I know a little earlier on, Avon picked up a big win. I believe that was 67-6, but the rest is not loading, so we will get to those when we can. My apologies there. Actually, the whole app is not loading. It's not giving me 11 AA scores either, but thankfully, the much-loved and respected Josh Boelter has the Sturgis game up on a phone right now. We're looking at Sturgis against Spearfish, 15-10 right now. Sturgis leading in that one, and Bryce's phone is better than mine. Here's your scores around Class 11 AA. 80-14, our final here in Yankton. Win for the Bucks over the Mitchell Kernels. Talked about this final at halftime, but in case you missed it, T-Area knocks off 11 AAA Sioux Falls, Washington, 15-14. Brookings defeats Huron in a road matchup for the Bobcats, 40-14. Sturgis Brown currently up on Spearfish with under a minute to go in the fourth quarter, 15-10 in that one. And Watertown is up on Aberdeen Central. Last update from that game was 8 minutes left in the fourth, 41-14. Pierre is up on Douglas, 34-7. That one in the fourth quarter. That is your out-of-town scoreboard here, looking at around Class 11 AA.
Thank you, Brayden. And are you ready for some highlights?
I did see you sent me a message. I wonder what this is.
All right. It's time for our highlight segment. Let's go over the game flow from start to finish and recap this matchup here tonight. While we have Brayden, he's very expensive, so we got to use him when we have him. Go ahead, Brayden.
Anything but expensive, Bryce. We know that. Anyway, that's sound. Never mind. Here's your highlights for today's game. Big win for the Yankton Bucks, 80 points on the scoreboard. So let's start it off with the first touchdown of the game, 1 of 6, I believe, from Evan Sirk. A 12-yard touchdown run, 8:31 to go in the first quarter, put the Bucks up 7-0.
Nelson. Halfback toss left side to Sirk. He'll cut. He'll have the first down. He'll have more. He'll have a touchdown. Touchdown Yankton. Evan the Muscle Sirk.
Next score for the Bucks was actually on the defensive side of the ball. Bodie Thurman jumped the route, intercepts the pass, and brings it back for 6, putting the Bucks up 14-0, just 13 seconds after that Cirque touchdown.
And Jealous drops back. Quick pass out to the right side. Intercepted by Yankton. Bodie Swayze Thurman has a pick 6 for the Bucks.
Less than a minute later, it's Evan Cirque again. This time from 20 yards out, puts the Bucks up 21-0. Still 7:28 to go in the first quarter. The Bucks offense started hot. Cirque, 20 yards for 6.
Hand off to Cirque. Powers up the middle, gets to the 10, to the 5. He's at the goal line. Touchdown, Yankton. The muscles his way past the goal line. Another score for the Bucks.
First passing touchdown of the game for Yankton was next on the docket with time winding down in the first quarter. Easton Nelson able to find Carson Ness for a long-range bomb ending in 6. The Bucks now up 28-6 as Mitchell was able to score between those two Bucks scores.
6 seconds to go here in the first. Trip receivers far side, and we had a Kernel jump, but no flag past the middle of the field. Brought in by Carson Ness, right at the logo. He's going to take it to the house. The Loch Ness with a big touchdown for Yankton. Full speed ahead for the Yankton senior.
Getting the scoring started in the second quarter was Evan Cirque again, 40-plus yards for a touchdown. Puts the Bucks up 35-6 in an amazing offensive explosion.
In a 2, he snuck through us. He's got another big gain here, Bryce, and he might take this to the house. Evan Cirque to the house. Touchdown, Bucks.
Getting Josh Boelter in the highlights. You always love to see it. Josh Boelter, friend of all shows. He just waved for people at home who can't see. After that score by Evan Cirque, less than a minute later again, that's how fast this offense was working. Touchdown pass from Easton Nelson, able to find Connor Slaba for 6, puts the Bucks up 42-6.
As Nelson now rolls far side. Pass out to Connor Slaba at the 15, the 10, the 5. And the con man does it again. Connor Slaba, touchdown Yankton.
Next up, it was Evan Cirque again. Another touchdown run. 6:40 to go in the second quarter. Puts the Bucks up 49-6. This one, another 20-plus yard scamper for the Muscle.
So 3rd and 1. Easton Nelson will hand it off to the muscle Evan Cirque. He does have the first down, and he does have some more. He's popping some kernels here at Crane. Evan Cirque, Yankton Bucks touchdown.
After that touchdown run by Evan Cirque, you got to give the special teams some love as Kevin Ortiz came in and sank a 29-yard field goal, putting the Bucks up 52-6.
And nice snap, nice hold. Kick is up and is good. A 29-yard field goal for the Bucks.
Kevin Ortiz now 2 for 2 on the season in field goals. Time winding down in the second quarter. Evan Cirque knocked off his second longest run of the game, 50 yards to the house, putting the Bucks up 59-6 at the halftime break.
See, I think this might be the last play as Evan Cirque gets the handoff, goes up the middle. He's to the 35, juke move to the 30, now to the outside to the 20, 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Yankton! The muscle does it again. Evan Cirque is on fire here tonight.
Coming out of the halftime break, Evan Cirque was 23 yards from breaking the single-game rushing record, and he was 1 score away from breaking the single-game points record. He broke both on 1 run, 52 yards, putting the Bucks up 66-6.
Connor Slaba in motion, handoff Cirque. Cirque to the outside, and he has plenty of room. He has the record for single yards or yards in a single game for Yankton a Buck. Oh yeah, Josh, and another touchdown for Evan the Muscle Cirque.
Backups got in after that touchdown by Cirque, and they were able to run the ball just as well. Jason Ladwig from 20 yards out, putting the Bucks up 73-6.
Handoff, Ladwig. Near side, gets to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Yankton. Jason Ladwig gets Yankton back on the board here in the second half.
Time winding down in the fourth quarter. The last score of the game for the Bucks came on a QB keeper. Little option play from Tate Bestie. He kept it himself and found his way in for 6. 10-yard touchdown for number 10.
Pitch option. Dave Bestie will keep it. He'll go off to the right side, and he's the best. Tate Bestie with a rushing touchdown for Yankton.
And that concludes probably the longest highlight segment of the season, as Yankton Bucks offense was on fire all around the board. Defensively as well, playing great. I believe 8 total turnovers in this one, including 7 interceptions. It was a great game all around for Yankton. You'll know more about the stats when we get to those.
Thank you, Brayden, as I try to look at my rundown here. And, yeah, what a game. And we'll get into our awards of the game. Let's start with our defensive player of the game, brought to you by Olson's Pest Technicians, your residential commercial pest control solution. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS. Josh.
Yeah, and I think, look, this could really go to almost everyone on the defense. I mean, 8 turnovers. I think we'll go with Bodie Thurman tonight just because he had the pick 6 that really kind of broke this one open to make it 14-0. So go Bodie Swayze Thurman tonight. All right.
Yeah, anyone, really. Throw a dart at the roster and be like, yeah, they had a good night. So, offensive player of the game brought to you by Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee is a helpful smile in every aisle. I wonder who this could be.
Yeah, it's got to be Evan Sirk. Anytime you set the single-game rushing record for the program and anytime you set the single-game scoring record for Yankton Bucks history, you're going to win player of the game. 255 yards on 17 carries, 6 touchdowns here tonight. An impressive performance from the senior tailback on senior night. And, yeah, so anytime you set a couple school records, you're going to win player of the game, and that's Evan Sirk for you.
All right, let's get into our stat recap brought to you by Mayor Signs. If it's time to review the look of your business signage, let Mayor Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including lit, non-lit, digital, and much more. Contact Mayor Signs today on 4th and Broadway in Yankton.
Yeah, let's start with the passing numbers here for the Bucks. Easton Nelson, 7 for 12 tonight, 159 yards. Carson Ness led the way receiving. He had 93 yards, including a 68-yard touchdown. Connor Slaba had 2 catches for 27 yards and a touchdown. How about Jason Lachek in the second half? 15 carries, 145 yards. But once again, we just talked about Evan Sirk, 255 yards on 17 carries. 6 touchdowns throughout the night. And then, of course, the defense, Bryce, 8 turnovers, 7 interceptions on the night. Really an impressive performance. So it's one of those where Yankton really, from the beginning, looked great. And anytime you have a program record for an individual in a game, that's a good night. And Yankton did it there with the 255 yards.
All right, thank you, Josh. Our schedule preview is brought to you by Parker Hannafin of Yankton. Look ahead to a brighter future with a new career at Parker of Yankton. All benefits begin day 1. Learn more at parker.com. Parker, engineering your success. We don't know who's going to be here. We're waiting for it to officially math out and see who the opponent is. But it will be here next Thursday, presumably a 6 o'clock pregame start, 7 o'clock kick here on KYNT and KYNTV. All right, KYNT is proud to be your local home for the FCS Nation Show. Each week, Kevin Marshall and Stone Lebonowitz take you around the country to discuss the latest in the football championship subdivision, from our in-state teams, the USD Coyotes, go Yotes, and SDSU Jackrabbits, to the North Dakota schools, NDSU and UND, and, of course, the Big Sky Conference and all of the FCS. It's all coming up after we sign off here tonight, so stick around. And, Josh, your final thoughts on tonight's squeaker victory.
Yeah, look, we talked about needing to come in here and take care of business on senior night, and you had a chance to lock up home field going into the playoffs, and Yankton did that and then some tonight. Look, what a performance from Evan Sirk. School records and rushing yards for a single game and points in a single game. An impressive night for the senior back, and then, of course, the defense. 7 interceptions, and you get the fumble on special teams as well. Really a great night for this football team. And, look, they've won 5 in a row. They're on fire, and good luck to whoever wants to come in here. It's going to be a challenge for anybody who wants to come in here and play the Bucks in the playoffs.
Yes, and thanks to Grady Harrington and Daniel Dykstra, our KYNT studio producers, to one of our favorite humans in Riverfront Broadcasting, Austin Cottle, on running scoreboard here tonight. He had a really tricky night when the scoreboard went out as well at the at Crane-Youngworth Field. And, of course, Brayden Butler, our kickoff show host and the camera operator for these broadcasts. And, of course, for you, Josh, thanks. And this has been a great regular season. Looking forward to the playoffs. It's going to be, I think we're in for even more of a wild ride.
Yeah, it's a wild ride, and Double-A right now is wide open. We'll see what happens here. And, look, Yankton's got it right in front of them, and they got as good a chance as any. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens.
I'm KYNT Sports Director Bryce Ladwig. This has been Yankton Bucks Football on KYNT and KYNTV, Yankton's home team and stream.
Thank you for listening to Yankton Athletics on KYNT, a Riverfront sports property, and Yankton's home team. Remember, KYNT is your home for Yankton High School athletics.
FM 1021 and AM 1450 KYNT, Yankton.
ABC World News on KYNT is brought to you by Becker Body Shop, offering state-of-the-art, top-quality auto repair on Broadway in Yankton.